Summon Sign is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 106 of Summon Sign, Last Stand Media's weekly in-depth game discussion podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brad Ellis. Joining me, I have two fine gentlemen. First, we're going to start with Mr. Dustin Furman. Dustin, hello, we're back. Break's over.
We are indeed back once again for another year at Last Stand. Doing just fine. I'm drinking some Dunkin' Dick Nuts coffee. That's what Brandon calls it. Because Brandon, as you know, maybe the audience says, he has a name for everything.
Yep.
So I was out this morning, so I had to go out and get coffee. But other than that, I'm good. I was staying up late. This isn't a game we're going to discuss on this episode because there's content coming. I was up late playing Kingdom Hearts last night.
Oh.
And all I got to say is Kingdom Hearts got hands. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It doesn't have to be hard. I got to the very last boss and I'm level 48, and I'm like too low, way too low.
Oh, okay.
So
Damn.
I probably could brute force it, but I was out. I was grinding.
Sure.
And,
yeah.
But yeah, I had a good break. Do I feel refreshed? That's the question.
Do you?
I feel like I'll feel refreshed later in the week because I gotta get back going. You got to get back into the flow of things. I meant to clean this office so I could feel like I'm stepping into a fresh space. Did not happen.
Yeah.
So, but it was a good break regardless.
Yeah. Very nice. Also joining us, Mr. Lockmore. Lockmore, hello.
Hello. Very happy to see you guys. I'm glad you're out of your break. I didn't get a break. I just had to work every day. So it's still normal. It's still 2025 to me, but I'm glad you guys are rested and happy and very excited to see you. Very excited to talk to you again. Because Dustin, I don't think I've talked to Dustin for a while because you were kind of in holiday mode. I guess you were gone. So I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, I sat at this desk and was on Discord one night of the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I was just checking in with the boys, but I was trying to avoid. I was like, I don't really want to be up here during this 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any, we could play Arc Raiders or something, but there wasn't anything calling me to play. So I was happy to just be, away, doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you. Glad you're
now we're back to the mines with us, back to the hard work. I know it's sitting in front of microphones, insanely hard work, but we got to do it, Dustin.
We got to do it, dude.
We got to do it for the people. If no one else can do it, we got to do it. Hey, if you want to support us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/laststand. You can get early ad-free access to all of our shows, ad-free, all that good stuff. If you want some merch, laststandmedia.store. Dustin, recommend the audience one thing in the merch store.
One thing in the merch store, I like the hats.
Got the hats, okay.
The hats, the toques, the beanies, whatever you want to call it. They're very nice. My dad wears one all the time. And I wear mine quite often, too.
Yeah. Look at that. The toques make me think of Lord of the Rings stuff, dude, right there.
Right.
I don't hear that very often.
Is it a toque or is it a toque? I don't speak British. Locke, maybe you know.
He says Peregrine toque, so it's toque.
That's
but
Lord of the Rings.
What about the hat?
Oh, I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what that is. A toque? I have no fashion sense. I just know a beanie. That's all I know.
Is that a Canadian word?
Maybe. It sounds Canadian.
I don't know. They're not American, so I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
The beanie.
There you go. All right. Let's see here. Mutter12 wrote and said, Locke, my dear boy, you've turned me on to Stalker. I put 15 hours into Shadow of Chernobyl. In 2 days, I've become absolutely obsessed. Immersive Sim plus Metro. What's not to love? Really want to get through the trilogy in Stalker 2 this year. Thank you for turning me on to them. Can't believe you Europeans live like this.
That's true. That's awesome to hear. That's so cool that people discover these old, because the Stalker games are pretty old. Like they're
Right.
mid 2000. I don't really, mid 2000 somewhere or a little bit later. They're pretty old. So it's really cool to see new people discovering them with the remastered version. I want to say, if you're done with the original trilogy, if you go on GOG, if you're playing on PC, there are two mods. One is called Gamma, and the other is called Anomaly. And they basically transform the three games into one big open world, kind of like Stalker 2. So if you're done with the three games, hop into Gamma, hop into Anomaly, because that's where most people are these days. They're great games. They're mods, of course, but they're total... what is that called? Total overhaul mods.
Overhauls, yeah.
So they're really great. And Stalker 2, hopefully, at some point this year, soon, at some point, it'll get its 2.0 update, which it should have gotten a year ago. So
yeah, ever since I've known you, you've been talking about this.
Yeah, I'll have to stop talking about it at some point. I guess hopefully at some point it'll get its update. Because Stalker 2, again, great game, but it's not finished yet. So
damn,
man. Europeans really good at releasing games that aren't done yet, Locke, huh?
Yes, Bethesda is from the US, I think. So
That's true. That's true. Now, this comment said, Locke, my dear boy, you've turned me onto Stalker. I thought for a second it said turn me into a stalker.
I think that's how I read it at first as well.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
It's just kind of like, it felt more natural, I guess, to say it like that.
Want to stalk me? Always welcome. Oh, there's always room. I always have room for people.
Always room to stalk Locke. Okay.
Nobody knows where I live. I don't even know where I live. So, no worries.
Well, if it was your old address, I accidentally had it live on my stream like 4 years ago. And I accidentally doxed Locke.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That was when I was living in the tower. That's gone, sadly. So, but yeah, I remember that. That was funny. Yeah.
The tower. Awesome shit. Lockmore, I'm curious. So you didn't really get a break. Did you get to do anything over the holidays? New Year's, Christmas, anything?
No. Well, yeah, I celebrated. I went to dinner on Christmas Day with a friend of mine, which is something we do every Christmas and New Year's Eve. I basically canceled New Year's Eve this year. I was supposed to hang out with friends like every year, but this year I had other stuff to do, and I just wasn't really feeling it. So I canceled New Year's Eve, which I'm very sorry about to my friends, I guess. So no, I didn't really do anything. I'm still in the same mindset I was a month ago. Like a lot of people get like a reset. I see it with my real life friends too. I had dinner with one of them yesterday who, like you guys, just got out of a break and was very energized, but I'm still in the 2025 mode, but that's a good thing because I didn't really need a break, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that stressed. I am going to lose my job soon. I just got out of a meeting like an hour ago where they definitively told me like, yeah, you're literally going to be replaced by AI.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, okay, well, it is what it is. Not just me. There were like 100 people they told that to.
Damn.
So a lot of people were sad, but I was like, oh, well, guess we won't.
It's been coming, I guess.
Yeah, guess we're not going to win the Indie Award or whatever.
No. Yeah, you're disqualified from Indie Awards.
Yeah. So that's the only bad thing that happened. No, I had a pretty good Christmas holiday, or well, not really holiday, but it was a fun 2 weeks. But again, I'm glad you guys are back. It's always fun.
Yeah. Did it snow there?
Well, today or yesterday when I had to leave. When I actually had to leave my apartment for the first time in like weeks, it snowed. Yeah.
Wow.
But when it snows here, we used to get real winters here, so it used to get really, really cold with like snow and ice, and it would stay like now when it snows, it's gone within the hour. Because we don't really get winters here. Sadly, it doesn't really get super cold here anymore, which I'm pretty sad about because I like the winter. The winter used to be my favorite season. What about, where you live, it never snows, I presume.
Not right. No.
But where you live, Dustin, it does snow, right? Did you have like a white Christmas?
Well, no, Christmas was totally just wet and not snowy at all. But on New Year's Eve, it snowed a lot. We got basically in Western Pennsylvania, in this part of the country, you can get lake effect snow. So it's like precipitation from the lakes comes down. So you get snow squalls where it's like all of a sudden there's snow coming like in the next hour. We probably got 5 inches on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day.
Nice.
So like when we were driving home, Holly was driving because I had quite a few bevs at that point. And we were taking Brandon to his house as well. So she took it real slow. We have the Subaru all-wheel drive, so the Subaru was a champ, but it was bad out.
Damn.
So Holly and I got back, and then we took a little New Year's Day walk at 1:30 in the morning during the crazy snow downpour.
Damn.
It was very nice.
That is nice.
So,
that's awesome.
Decent amount of snow here.
Yeah, okay. It rained a lot here, which is kind of unusual, I guess.
Oh.
I don't mind it. I like the rain a lot, but it seemed to have dried up sadly.
There's something I'm dying to ask you guys both about, because I know you both did this over the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley, especially. You went to the cinema.
I did.
And you saw Avatar.
I did. Yeah.
Dude, I saw it 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay.
So did you see an IMAX or?
Yeah, dude, the full, like the most insane you can get. Yeah. My ticket was like $30 something. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. It's so insane.
I went with Ben, and our IMAX kind of sucks because it's like one of the Limax theaters.
Oh, okay.
Where it's not the full size. So we did Dolby Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
I think I might be Avatar pilled at this point.
No.
I'm not Avatar's the best thing ever, but I was like, this is actually pretty awesome. Like, I think this is actually kind of sick.
Dude, okay. So let me tell you my thing with Avatar.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit about the story at all. I'm there for the special effects and the budget.
Yeah,
That's what I'm there for. And it delivers.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it this time because I've seen all 3 of them. The first one I haven't seen since it came out in theaters originally. Right. And then I saw Way of Water 2 years ago or whatever. And then I saw this movie. I was like, you know what? Even though the world isn't that interesting to me, I really respect James Cameron for like him wanting to build out his world, his mythos. And even though it's kind of cheesy with unobtainium and stuff in the first movie, dude, was the IMAX in high frame rate?
Yeah,
dude, some of this high frame rate stuff, like when they're like going in and out of the water, I'm like, it looks like real life, like straight up.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this is pretty good. But Locke, you saw it too, right?
I did see it too. Yeah, I'm not as big a fan as you guys are. I guess I think those movies are incredibly boring. I think they're cool for like 10 minutes. I have that wow. I had the exact same feeling I had with the previous 2. I sit down with the 3D glasses. I watch. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And then after 10 minutes, I'm like, I kind of want to get out of here. Kind of want to.
It is way too long.
They are too long. Yeah,
way too long. Yeah, I don't think I like. It's not going to be like, wow, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. But I was like, that was pretty sick. Yeah. Also, the freaky fire alien lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you think she's hot, does that make you a furry? Because if so, get me a fucking diaper and a fursuit.
I think.
Sign me up.
I think they're linked very closely.
They are dude, that's a thin line.
Yeah, it's a very thin line.
I can fix her. Okay. There's something about her, dude. I've never felt any kind of way about these aliens until I saw this freaky lady. And I'm like, I think it awoken something within me.
How tall is she?
She's probably like 8 foot tall. Because they're always, when they're standing beside humans, they're
way taller. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Avatar's story, it's like, you're just going to breeze by, Brad. You're not going to acknowledge it. I was looking it up.
I want to know. Did you think the freaky lady was hot?
They're like 9 feet tall. No, I don't think she's hot. No.
Oh?
She's cool, though. I do like her.
She's good. You like her for her personality. Okay.
Yeah, she's just, you know what she reminds me a lot of, Locke? Is she reminds me a lot of orcs from Warcraft 3 and earlier that have like the demon blood and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's what she reminds me of, and I'm into that. That's cool shit. When the Horde was sick on in WoW, till they all became friends and held hands every time. But yeah, what do you think of Spider?
No, dude. Okay, I don't like Spider, but he's fine. He doesn't like actively annoy me too bad. What I don't like is and this is I don't think this is spoilers because this is in the second movie too. Sigourney Weaver's alien,
Yeah.
right? She's supposed to be, I don't know, somewhat her daughter. I don't really know. I don't understand it. But anyway, she's a young alien, but they use Sigourney Weaver's normal voice. So she's young, but she has an old voice.
Yeah.
It does not fucking work.
It's weird.
James Cameron, you needed to just cast a new, younger person that sounds like Sigourney Weaver or something, because it just doesn't, something about it's off.
Yeah.
It's bothered me in the last movie. It bothered me about this one too.
They got to age him up more. 40-year time jump or something.
Yeah.
It does make me kind of sad, but I saw him speak out about this too, and he was very annoyed that people said this. But it kind of makes me sad that we kind of lost James Cameron after Titanic. Like the man is old now, so he's never going to make another. Well, he says he will be, but I don't think he'll make another movie ever again after the next Avatar. So he could have made like 3 beautiful, fantastic original movies like Titanic or The Abyss or Terminator 2, but instead we got 3 Avatar movies, which he's happy with it. So good for him. That's all that matters, of course. But man,
sure,
what a waste. Or at least I think it's.
There's supposed to be 5, I believe.
Yeah,
so 2 more.
Yeah.
So Brad, you went with Mike Huber.
Yeah.
Is he Avatar fanatic?
He loves
or just
Avatar,
James Cameron fanatic?
I guess they're linked. He loves both.
Sure.
We were making fun of the movie though a lot at the end. He loves making fun of it though, but he loves it. Especially Spider. I don't think he likes Spider at all.
No, yeah, Spider. Why does he got to be called? His name is annoying.
Yeah.
Spider. It's like across the board.
Family. Stick together, family.
Jake there was trailers for the new Avengers movie.
Oh.
Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Though I saw one, there was 2 back to back, which I thought was kind of weird. There was the Steve Rogers one, which was online. And there was an X-Men one.
Yeah.
X-Men one was kind of cool.
Yeah, X-Men are cool.
But I don't think I care.
We're going to see Professor X die in this movie as well. Like, he's died like 4 times.
Well, that's the problem, right? It kind of annoys me. I think it's so weird that they're like pushing this whole narrative of like, we're saying goodbye to all these characters when we've already done that. We did it 2 years ago with Deadpool versus Wolverine too. Like we already said goodbye to that universe again. They even have like the after credits cool blooper reel there, which was really nice to see. So how can they do it again? I think it's going to be awesome though, but I don't know how they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to get people. It feels a little bit fabricated, like Dustin just said. Like it doesn't feel real to me. Like when they showed like the Endgame trailer, remember that everyone was like, "Oh hell yeah!" or Infinity War, hell yeah. And this is just like, okay, well, great, I guess.
Well, I think that part of it is that no one knows what to the only thing they've given you to be excited for is like, hey, remember this guy that you liked?
Yeah.
He's gonna be in this movie.
Yeah,
that's all they've really given us. I mean, I don't know. I'm not connected, to be fair, with anything Marvel related. So,
but there's nothing to connect to. That's the thing. There's no build up to this movie whatsoever. The spoiler for the end credits of Fantastic Four, if you haven't seen that shitty movie, so be careful. So 3, 2, 1 spoiler. But in the end credits of Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom shows up and he holds like their baby. That's it. That's the only link. Yeah. They
have like he's like fucking some fan of the opera guy. He's like, I got your baby.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's the only link to Doom that we've gotten so far. So there's zero build up. But I believe there's one more movie in between. No, there's Doomsday at the end of the year. But isn't there like another Avengers movie before that?
I don't know.
In the summer? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's so confusing, all of it now.
Yeah.
Never ending.
Yeah. Sorry for spoiling it. I did give a spoiler warning, so.
Yeah, you did a spoiler warning. Yeah. It's okay. All right. Let's talk about some video games. Dustin, Skate Story. What's going on with this? What is this?
Yeah, so I played Skate Story over break. That was one of the games I fully played through. If you haven't seen what this game is, it's a skateboarding game where you are a man made of glass. Well, technically you're a demon made of glass. And so it's not like Tony Hawk, and it's not like Skate. It's like somewhere in the middle of those two, where you press circle to ollie, and so there's like a little circle that shows up. There's like a perfect timing for the ollie. But then if you hold right trigger and ollie, you do a kickflip. And you're not doing like crazy Tony Hawk combos. So it's somewhere in the middle, I would say, in terms of mechanics between Tony Hawk and Skate. Leaning probably more realistic than Skate. But the biggest thing about this game is the visuals. That was the first thing when I saw the trailer. I was like, whoa, this game looks crazy. The story, and this is how it ties into the visuals, is that you are a demon who has made a contract with the devil, which grants you a skateboard and a physical form made of glass. And so your goal is to go through the underworld and eat the moon. Your goal is to eat the moon.
Okay, cool.
The story is definitely out there. And I'm not sure I fully understand it after playing through all of it, like what it's trying to say, really. But the main thing, as I said, like the visuals of you're going through these different layers of the underworld and the different characters you interact with throughout it are really cool. The music in this game also, I want to look up who the music is, because I know it's like a specific group. Skate Story music is from a band called Blood Cultures.
Okay.
And I actually want to check them out now, because the music in this game is what really ties it together, where there's certain sequences of the game where you're almost in a very small open world, or is what we used to just call a level. And you have different people you interact with. They want you to go and get this for them, or they need you to skate this thing. But there's also these sequences where you're skating from point A to point B. They're like these long stretches that are downhill that you're doing all kinds of moves. And that's where the music really comes in, when you're doing these long stretches that are really, really awesome. Overall, I thought this game was pretty good. Mechanically, I started to get bored with it probably about halfway through, where they do introduce new skate mechanics. Like they'll like, oh, here's how you manual, here's how you grind, here's how you can do more advanced tricks, here's how you can tie them together. But it's not like Tony Hawk, where you're like, wow, it's so immaculately, the mechanics are so tight in their feeling. This feels a little more loose and sometimes frustrating at times, where you're like, it feels like you totally should have landed something, or because it's more realistic, you can't just like turn on a dime.
Right.
So you kind of have to like do like a power slide in order to go around certain things. And so while that's cool, sometimes it can feel a little frustrating, where it's like, I fell here like 6 times.
Yeah.
So the main thing about this game, though, why I do recommend it to people that are interested, is I mentioned the visual style earlier, and I feel like, I guess you get this in indie space more regularly, but what I appreciate about this game is that the visual style is like so fully fleshed out. It's clear that the creator of this game, which is named Sam Eng, I believe, ENG, he had like a clear vision on what he wanted his skateboarding game to be, what he wanted it to look like, and what he wanted it to sound like. And it is unlike any other game I've played before.
Okay.
It doesn't always work out in terms of its execution, but the vision was so clearly delivered. And I really appreciate that, particularly where, I mean, I started podcasting with Last Stand in like 2019, but I've been playing games my whole life, right? Talking about games professionally for a long time. It often can feel like we see the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see iterative improvements or changes or something slightly different. So seeing a game that is, even if it's not the best game, but something wholly unique can be super refreshing.
Yeah.
And that's what I found about Skate Story. It's not super long. I think I beat it in 6 or 7 hours, maybe.
Okay.
This game is buggy though, as a full warning.
What'd you
Chris
play it on?
mentioned on Sacred Symbols that he played it on PS5 Pro and the frame rate was horrible. So I don't know if that's fixed. I don't have any experience playing it on PS5, but investigate that. It's on PlayStation Plus Extra, I believe, or Premium. So you can, if you have that service, you can check it out for free or with your subscription. I played it on PC, and while I had this weird bug where I was running it at 4K unlocked frame rate, and my character was moving in slow motion when I started. And I'm like, this is not how I remember the demo playing. And I couldn't figure it out. And I was just messing with things. And I put it, instead of at 4K, at 1440p, totally fine. It's like, oh. Okay. And then I was reading, because I thought this happened to me. There's later parts of the game where there's like kind of a hub world called the Skater's Dream, that there are certain points of the story that if you press start and go to the Skater's Dream, you will lose maybe not all your progress, but a significant amount of progress.
Oh.
There's also one point where I fell through the ground. And so I was just like, I was in a shop and I went out of the shop. I like clipped through it. I had to go to the Skater's Dream to get out. And then I was like, what the fuck do I do? How do I get back? So it probably needs a few patches before it's fully perfect. I'm sure it's pretty much fine right now.
Yeah.
But also, just to mention real quick, because I didn't mention this earlier, there are tons of really fun customizations in this game in terms of your skateboard, getting new decks, putting new trucks, new wheels, new stickers on it. So that's also in there as well.
Okay. So, Dustin, I know in like a lot of skateboarding games, like Tony Hawk, for example, the old ones, collect videotapes or something throughout the level, collect skate. What are you doing in these levels? Is there anything like unique about it, since you are a demon, I guess, in the underworld skating this realm? Are you doing anything crazy, or are you just kind of racking up points and that's about it?
So each level, there's like some kind of specific story related thing going on. One of them is that you have to do the devil's laundry. So you're like at a laundromat, and apparently like the devil's laundry has broken all the machines. And so you have to put it in the laundromat, but then all of it flies out. And so you have to go around the level and find the different parts of his laundry. So that's part of it. There's one where there's like a bird that's a writer in a coffee shop, and he's like, you need to use his printer. And so he's like, well, I'll let you use my printer, but I'm stuck on something. I need you to find some words for me. And so this is a very Tony Hawk part, because then you have to go out into the level and collect all the letters for the different words to inspire the bird.
Gotcha. Okay.
So the game is very weird in that way, and funny and cute in a lot of different ways, and the different characters you meet.
Yeah. Electric Soup wrote in and said, hey, fellas, hope you guys had a rejuvenating break. I recently dove into Skate Story and love the vibe it has, particularly the music. I find myself listening to its playlist on Spotify regularly. Dustin, how are you jiving with the music, and what game OSTs, if any, have you fellows enjoyed enough to listen to on their own?
Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but the music of this game is one of the strongest parts. Probably if I did a ranking of soundtracks from last year, which I didn't, it would be on here for sure.
Nice.
Just where, not just that, even that it sounds good, but it is paired so perfectly, where it's like there are certain boss battles in this game where you have to do certain tricks in certain areas in order to like damage a boss, and the music gets crazy intense. And it's also, really beautiful at points. In terms of other OSTs that I listen to on their own, Persona.
Yeah.
Weeb alert. Sorry, Locke. But Persona soundtrack gets listened to a lot. I have a lot of them on vinyl. The Nier soundtrack, also amazing. What else?
Any
Tetris
Final
Effect.
Fantasies you listen to?
Not really. No.
Okay. Kingdom
There's
Hearts?
certain sound. Here's the thing about game music. Persona music and like Nier music, there's like clear like songs that are more, I guess you could call them pop songs or whatever. Game music, I like game music, but I don't want to just sit and listen to like the Kingdom Hearts OST where it's like, oh, this is the Hollow Bastion music,
It's good music.
so it depends. It really depends. I think the soundtrack for that game and other games like that are great, but I'm not going to just plop on the Skyrim soundtrack on my day-to-day listening.
Okay. Lockmore, what about you? Any OSTs?
I do put the Skyrim soundtrack on almost every day. I love game soundtracks. It's all I listen to when I'm working, when I'm editing too. I mostly I have this huge playlist with all the game soundtracks I like. Of course, the classics are there. The Skyrim, like all the Bethesda games are there. I think God of War 2018 has a really good soundtrack too. That's also on there. Red Dead Redemption 2, of course. There's all the great games have great soundtracks because it's all hinges together, I feel like. So I didn't play the game. You guys did, but I have listened to the Expedition 33 soundtrack, and it sounds amazing too. So I think gaming soundtracks are, they're, to me at least, they're great for when I work because they're usually relaxing. There's not a whole lot of noise. There's not a whole lot of singing in them. So you can just relax and work. So I love gaming soundtracks, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Dustin probably have a lot of crossover on the music front. I will say, like, I listened to Animal Crossing was my favorite thing to listen to when I was working because it was subtle enough and not distracting enough for me that I could just kind of have it in the background. In my car, I have one CD, and it's the Dragon Quest VIII soundtrack. And that's it. And once in a while, I'll put it on. That soundtrack is great. I love
Does
that
the
shit.
CD just live in your CD player in your car?
Yeah.
So was it in the car when I was there in the summer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, when you pick me up in the airport in
Next time.
like 3 weeks or 2, whatever, soon, we got to rock the Dragon Quest VIII soundtrack.
Okay, yeah. The only problem is, so it's the Japanese version, so that means it's not orchestra or anything like that. It's just like a shitty like MIDI kind of thing. But it's like the best I could get at the time, like official thing.
That's awesome.
Shout out Dragon Quest. All right, let's see here. One other question from Evan, or write in from Evan. Greetings, the boys, season 2026. I've finished Skate Story and wanted to share my thoughts. The gameplay loop is ideal on the linear puzzle platforming challenging paths where the controls feel tight and make the best of the level design. However, once the mid-game shifts to large open world zones, those same controls feel clumsy in the expansive maps. The environments, though visually cool, are barren, and the only incentives are getting a few souls to purchase items you don't really need. It feels like padding added to extend playtime rather than natural continuation of the core experience. If the developers had to keep or have kept the focus a crisp 3-hour ride, Skate Story would have made my top 10 list of 2025. Would love to hear your thoughts. Looking forward to all the LSM has to offer in 2026. And Dustin, get your butt back to Japan soon.
I assume this is Evan, my friend Evan that lives in Kyoto.
Probably is.
I didn't connect the dots until the very end. What's up, Evan? He messaged me the other day. Okay, Locke, just go ahead and preemptively roll your eyes. I had a dream about going to Japan. And then I woke up and I had a message from Evan. And then a few hours later, the other person that I know in Japan, one of the like 4 people, messaged me that day. And I was like, this might be a sign.
Yeah.
Might be a sign. So, okay, the gameplay. I'm trying to summarize his thoughts here. I kind of can agree that I mentioned about the controls feeling clumsy at certain points because they are more realistic And I was mentioning like the turning is kind of wide and stuff like that. And so that I agree about the more open areas, that it doesn't feel like it's quite designed for that. I don't know. I kind of feel both ways about it, that I agree that it probably didn't need them, but I do like those sections because I like you interact with all these weird characters of the underworld. And I think that if it was just a game where you're doing these like downhill sections, then it would feel kind of hollow. So maybe the solution would be to just make those open sections a little better, or have like more things to do in them. They are kind of barren, but it didn't really bother me, especially because I just mainlined it. If I remember this about Evan, I think maybe you're a platinum guy. I could imagine that trying to do everything in this game would make it feel way more hollow, where I just played straight through the main story and that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It looks really cool. When you were talking about it earlier, I looked it up because I heard a lot about this game and I never saw it in action. So I was looking at a YouTube clip while you were talking about it. It looks really cool. Looks really interesting.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not, like I said, it's not very long. But I think if you are into skateboarding games at all, it is a must play with the correct expectations. Or if you just like highly visually aesthetic games and enjoy that aspect of it, then it's also a must play from that standpoint. But don't expect any like masterpiece of gameplay or level design. It's really as annoying as it sounds, the vibe of the game is really, really good.
Yeah. Okay. Next, let's move on to what Lockhart has been playing, which is Avowed. Now, Lockhart, let me read this really quick before you start getting into the game. Joseph LaRussa wrote in and said, "Hello, Summon crew. Locke, can a man of your refined and exquisite taste please tell the ruffians out there that Avowed is actually a really great game? It's not as good as Pillars games, but the world itself is beautiful in 3D, and there's so much potential for growth. I really enjoyed it last year. Thanks all, and Happy New Year." Now, Locke, I looked at your face a little bit when I said that they want you to explain that's a great game. Any thoughts on that?
I have a lot of friends who really like this game. A lot of really good friends who I respect a lot, who really like this game. It takes place in the same universe as Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity was a CRPG that came out a decade ago. It was like the front runner of like this new renaissance of CRPG games. So I was very happy when that happened. But for some reason, Pillars of Eternity never really clicked all that well for me. I thought those games were pretty much okay, but I didn't think they were great games. But they take place in the world of Eora. It's a fantasy world. Pillars of Eternity 1 was a fantasy CRPG. Pillars of Eternity 2 did something cool and took it to a more Caribbean-like setting. And Avowed basically is a combination of the two. It's like a fantasy Caribbean pirate setting, which is a really cool setting, I feel like, for a game like this. Now, they didn't keep the CRPG aspects of the game. They turned it into a first-person Bethesda-like, Obsidian-like clone RPG, which is awesome. It's a great experiment. Unlike the other RPGs, you don't start by defining your character, because your character is already basically defined. You play as a godlike, which is a Kith, as they call it in the game, a human-like creature, but you're born with a divine spark. And a godlike get special powers that develop over the course of the game, over the course of your life. But the downside to it is that your face is basically filled with malformities, like in real life with me. Like you get like...
you're like the mushroom people, right, in it or something?
Yes, exactly. Like you get like You get like weird marks here, or burn marks, or you get like horns or antlers, or basically your face is a little fucked up, but that's okay because people respect it, or they're scared of it. So it's not that big of a deal. So you play a godlike, and you get sent to the living lands by the emperor, because you're an envoy of the Edir Empire, and you're basically sent to the living lands, which the Edir Empire are trying to colonize, to investigate the Dream Scourge. And the Dream Scourge is basically the Red Blight from Horizon Forbidden West, or any other game that has a plague. It's the same thing. It touches the vegetation, and the animals go apeshit, and you have to figure out what it is and why it's there and how to stop it, basically, like in so many other games, right? What's really great about Avowed is the exploration, which is, to me, key in a game like this. In a Bethesda-like RPG, I play those for the exploration, and that is fantastic in Avowed. The map and level design are really well made. There's a parkour system in the game, not as expansive as in Assassin's Creed or third-person action games, but you can basically climb up a lot of walls, a lot of towers. There's this lighthouse at the start of the game where you can climb up all the way to the top, and then you can jump off, and there's rooftops everywhere with like hidden chests everywhere which you can find, and then you can slide under stuff and jump over other stuff, and like the parkour and the exploration in this game is really great. They did a great job there. You can grab ledges like in Uncharted. It's really cool. It's really awesome. There was a slight worry with me when I started playing this game, because I played it last year, but I only played it for like, I want to say a couple of days. Well, a couple of hours really, because then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 released, and I had to pick which one I was stuck with, and I stuck with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So I started this one over. I started Avowed over. And like I said, you have this cool parkour system. You can get to the top of the lighthouse, and you can jump off the lighthouse. So I did that. I jumped off the lighthouse, and you land into a sprawling, beautiful ocean with ships there, and the docks behind you, and a beautiful beach. But this time, something really caught my eye, and that is that there were no fish in the water. Nothing really. The water was just completely empty. There was just water, and that's it. Nothing else. No enemies, no fish, no nothing whatsoever. And that is basically what Avowed is, sadly. It's a huge game with plenty of fun little things to do, but there is no depth to anything whatsoever in this game. The combat is really fun for a couple of hours. You have a magic system, which is really cool. You get a wand, you get a spell book, you can basically feel a little bit like Harry Potter. You can, you have like, of course, fire spells, electric spells, water spells, freezing spells, the usual, right? But once it connects with an enemy, you can really feel it connect. So they did a great job with the combat there. Two-handed swords, which was my favorite in this game. You can really feel the weight and the impact. If you hit like an enemy with like that, a battle axe, you can feel that bullet jump away. You can feel the weight of bumping into them, and they get thrown over to the other side. It's really cool. Same thing if you use a shield and you bash them, you can feel it. The weight of the combat is really cool. Switching between weapons, which is required a lot of the time in the combat, is also really cool. So you can freely switch between magic and two-handed, which is what I did. There are also bows. The problem with the combat, same with the exploration, basically, it's really cool until you start paying close attention to it. Because once you start paying close attention to it, you realize there's nothing to it. Like it's all flash and mirrors, basically. Like you can feel the impact, which is cool. It looks flashy, it looks amazing, but there's basically no strategy involved. Like it's super simple, it's super easy. It's like a theme park ride, the combat. But again, it looks cool, and if you're into like a visual thing, you'll definitely have fun here. The audio design in this game, fantastic. There's these little audio cues when you're close to a treasure chest, so you can hear them. when you hit an enemy, again, you can hear them. You can hear enemies from afar. The audio design is really, really cool here. There's also a camp mechanic. So there's a day and night cycle. And if you go to the camp, you can upgrade your equipment, or you can make it so that it has new perks. And you can also talk to your companions there. And that's where my main issue with Avowed comes into play. Usually, I try to be positive about games, but I think Avowed, when it comes to story and characters, is a very, very, very bad game. When it comes to characters and story, the main story is as bland as it gets, especially when it from people from Obsidian, who you expect good things from. The story is as bland as it gets. I wish I could get into details, but I can't because I'll spoil it, and I don't want to do that for people. The companions, you only get 4 of them. Each one is more forgettable than the other. They have very bland personalities. All they do is be snarky against one another. That's basically everyone's entire personality the entire game. Whenever you meet a new character, they're snarky, either to you or to one of your companions. It's not fun. That's not fun dialogue. Like, that's fun if you already know a character and then they're being snarky about something. That is fun. It's not fun when every single character you meet is super snarky towards you or towards anyone in your party. That's not cool. Remember when the Veilguard came out, right? And people criticized it because it was woke, in quotation. I don't want to use the word woke, but that's what people called it, right? If you want to use the same metrics for the Veilguard by calling it woke, this game is 1,000 times worse. And not because every person of authority you meet is a female, or not because there's people of color in it or gay people or whatever. I don't care about any of that. It's just so badly written and so preachy that it's ridiculous. Like, it's an RPG, right? And in an RPG, it's an RPG about colonization, right? And in an RPG about colonization, you would think that you could pick one of 2 sides, like either you are for colonization or not. But again, they made the same mistake as they also did in the Veilguard, is that they don't really, I guess you do get a choice here, but it's so stupid that you don't really want to pick that choice. Like, it is such a waste of a game in that regard. And it really annoys me because the people who made it should and could do better. It's also another example of a game. It was finished and the director immediately tailed out of there, like, bye, I'm gone. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, because you knew what was going to happen, I guess. It's just a badly written game by people who didn't really know what they were doing. I don't believe that this was written by people with a lot of experience, even though the credits do say it is. I wrote in my notes, because I always take notes and I record everything I play. I wrote in my notes that it's like an endless stream of school plays. And that's basically what it is. That's really what it feels like. It feels like you're constantly having to watch a school play. There's monologues in this game. I think I showed you, Brad, or I showed you, or I showed Maddie, I showed someone. I recorded a 30-minute conversation, 30 minutes with one of the NPCs where you're just standing there and they're just blabbing about nonsense you don't care about. There's endless books in the game and journals. In normal games, those are fun. Like, books and journals are fun. They give you like a little background on certain situations or characters. In this game, they're just boring crap, badly written, boring crap. It's such a waste of a game in that regard. Every city you get to, the NPCs are as static as they can be. They just stand there. Every NPC stands still. Nobody moves in the entire game. They all stand still, just in their set little place. Sometimes when you get to them and a quest starts, you get a fake cutscene that's like in-game, made with the in-game engine, where 2 NPCs talk to each other, and that's basically it. They never do much else. There are certain cutscenes in the game, but they're very rare. It almost feels like you're playing a single player MMO, especially when you get to the cities. It's so weird. I don't get how this game was made, especially not when you see that first trailer they released in, what was it, 2018, I think, which looked really cool with the arrow and the cave and the glow coming out of it. Great. This game is the exact opposite like that. It's a Disney theme park ride. You're stuck on a roller coaster. and you better have fun for 40 hours or you're sick of it in 5 hours, which is what happened to me, but I still stuck it out. I don't know why anyone would play this game if you have, in the same year, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Oblivion, Tainted Grail, and from the same people, from the same company, The Outer Worlds 2. I thought it, I don't want to say it's a bad game because it has great exploration and great stuff, but from a story perspective, from a companion perspective, and from an Obsidian perspective, oh boy, I did not have fun. No, I thought it was, sorry to tell the person who wrote in that I don't agree with his opinion, sadly.
Yeah.
LaRusso was it? Because I remember it's the Karate Kid guy. He's a very nice guy. But I'm sorry, I don't agree with you on this part. I don't recommend this game to anyone, really.
Damn.
Unless you're into exploration. But there are just so many better games than this that I don't know why you would play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just that it's on Game Pass, I guess.
Yeah.
The thing that I mean, I remember the pre-release marketing for this game, but I've never played it. But I do find interesting the thing you said about companions. Because wasn't that one of the big complaints about Outer Worlds 2 is that the companions, all of them suck?
Yes. And the problem is that the trailer for the Outer Worlds 2 sucked. They had a companion trailer there, which showed you all the companions, and they did a horrible job with the trailer there because everybody thought, oh, here we go, Avowed 2. But and on a positive note, I guess, I also played The Outer Worlds 2, and I thought that game was great. Companions were great. Horrible marketing around that game, but the game itself is great. Great companions, great story, well written. Clearly not by the same team who made Avowed. But if you could somehow combine Avowed with The Outer Worlds 2, that would be that would be a great game. But I don't know what they did here. It is going to get a sequel, though. I think.
Yeah.
Stretched out too thin because what's their Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game?
Grounded.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Between Grounded, this game, Outer Worlds 2, I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, and it's also it's also clear that they didn't really know what their big one was going to be, so they just put all three of them up there in the same year. Like, oh, here you go, here's all three. But I looked at the users. I looked at the critical scores, right, and I got like 80 at most places, 80. But then when you look at the user reviews, it get like sixes everywhere, which I personally, a 6 I can agree with because of the great exploration and the combat is fun for a couple of hours. But man, the writing in this game is just, I got so annoyed with it because it's just every single character you meet is just an asshole. And not in a fun way, but just like, shut up. I want to hit them. I wish you could kill the NPCs in this game. We'll kill every single one of them. Yeah. They're so annoying.
I hate when every character, like, it sounds like this is a snarky, sarcastic character.
Yeah.
Like, is it like Marvel Snark?
Yes, it's exactly like Marvel Snark. Yeah. I think if this game, honestly, if this game came out a decade ago, it probably would have been really fun and really cool. But now I'm so sick of this. It's, who am I to criticize writing like this? Because I'm not a writer, of course. But I'm so sick of writing like this. Like, I'm so sick of running into characters like this or situations like this in games. Like, it's not good. Why do they keep doing it? I don't understand why they keep doing it. It's and it only happens in like Western media too. But I don't think this happens in like Japanese games or Eastern European games either. It's only in like California games, I want to say. It's just it's bad. It's horrible. Stop doing it. Yeah.
Stop it. We kind of touched on this, but Eric wrote in and said, "Welcome back, Summoners. What a great crew to kick off the new year. Locke. Don't know what your thoughts on Avowed will be, but given that you're a huge story guy, I imagine the game was a bit of a letdown. However, I wonder if the combat was enjoyable enough for you to be interested in the sequel. I think it's the best first-person combat I've experienced in a fantasy game, and I hope with the engine already established, they can work on making a killer story for the next one. Wishing you guys nothing but the best for 2026.
Well, you see, it's made on Unreal, very noticeable. It's the same environments you see in every other Unreal game, like purple forests. You can hardly interact with any object except there's food everywhere, which you can interact with and then eat. Fun, I guess. The combat is cool. It's just so simple. Like it to me. I don't know, but to me, it seemed like they developed this game, stopped after 2 months and figured, it's good enough. Let's push it out. And if they had another 2-3 years, it probably would have been an amazing game because the combat has like the beginnings of something really cool. And I get what he's saying. Like the combat, if you don't pay attention or pay very close attention to the combat, it looks and feels great. But it's only when you start paying attention, like, I can just cheese every combat encounter like this. It becomes very stupid. The bosses are all of them are bullet sponges. Like none of them have like super special attacks or super special things you can do. One more thing I didn't touch on: there are very limited, but there are choices and consequences in this game. Pretty limited, but there were a couple of choices that I made where the outcome was pretty cool.
Okay.
So at least there's that. There were a couple of cool outcomes. But other than that, yeah, I feel bad for because I have a couple of friends who get really upset with me when we're talking about Avowed because they love it so much, and I know there's so many people who really like it. I guess it's important for Xbox people too that it did well and stuff. But for some reason this game just really didn't jive with me, and I don't think it's because it's Xbox, and I don't think it's because Obsidian, because I love The Outer Worlds 2, which came out 9 months later. But maybe I'm alone. Maybe people are gonna love this game when it inevitably comes to PS5 next month, and it'll be great. I don't know. Yeah. We'll hear from people again then. I
mean, I haven't heard a lot of good things about the game from people, so I don't know. It just seems like this game really came and went. It's just like I honestly forgot about it.
Well, it's because it released on Game Pass and PC, and then most people played it on Game Pass, I presume. So that already kind of takes, like, you don't have the PS5 audience there, of course. So that's already a big portion of the audience that's gone. Because The Outer Worlds 2 did release on PS5, but it also didn't sell all that well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with Obsidian or what's up with their
or last year.
It's so mind-boggling that I did the experiment. It's in my. I'll have a video about Avowed next month when it's 1 year. And I did a comparison about the very first trailer they had, and then what the game ultimately looked like. And it's insane. It's just night and day. It's like the exact opposite. It's like the trailer they first released, that is Tainted Grail. So if you like that first Avowed trailer, play Tainted Grail. And then the game they came out with was Disney Infinity, whatever those games are called. But yeah, I will say, if you don't care about story in RPGs, or you don't care about characters, and you just want to have, maybe you have a fever or whatever, you just want to have some fun, or you like flashy colors, then this is great. Then you hardly any complaints. But man, if you're looking for substance, no. you're like a chimpanzee that just likes colors and stuff, flashing lights. But I have those moods too. Like sometimes you're in the mood for. I had a whole full day of work. I just want to play something simple. I don't want to think about anything. Then it's the perfect game. Yeah, but absolutely. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah. All right, let's move on to what I've been playing. It's very similar, which is Oblivion Remastered. I didn't play a lot of games this break, honestly. It was pretty nice, just taking some time off. But I did play some of Oblivion, and I've talked about it on the show before, but Locke, I guess this is kind of like the good version of Avowed, you would say, that does a lot of the things you like about it, like story and all that kind of stuff. And the quest, so for anyone who's curious, this is my first time going through the game. And I just finished all of the mage quests, all of them. I am like the archmage now, I guess, or archmage now, whatever, the guild and all that kind of stuff. And they're pretty cool. It is a game from 2006, and you can very much tell in a lot of ways, but I still think there's a lot of fun to be had in this game. I will say, though, my biggest complaint with this game is that the fucking indoor environments are so boring.
like the caves you go into and like the ruins you go into, they are so boring and visually unappealing. I like hate going into these now. I never look forward to it ever, and you do it a lot. Another thing I'll say that sucks about the game is there's way too many loading screens. Way too many. There's so much loading in this game. But also, I'm like, well, it is 2006. So I gave it a little more slack there. But I was hoping for the remastered version they could have, maybe tweaked that. In the sense, like, you go into a house, it loads to go into a house. You go into a different room in that same house, and it loads into that. Then you go into another room in that same house, and it loads into that. It's just like, fuck, man. Can I just, like, go through a door without a loading screen for once in my life in this game? It's like I'm playing Resident Evil 1 with the amount of loading screens going on in here. It's fucking crazy. But world's really cool. It looks really nice. The game runs fine. It's not like incredible or anything. It's not an amazing PC port, which I'm playing, but good enough to get the job done. I do notice drops, but whatever. It's not going to ruin the game by any means. Someone wrote in, let's see here, Rabbit That Only Eats Hawks wrote and said, Brad, are you playing a sexy cat girl in Oblivion? No, I'm not Dustin. What I am playing as...
Come on, man.
I'm playing as a drow, and boy, does he look fucked up. Locke has seen my character. His name is Cosmo. Yeah. He has like a troll hair sticking up bright blue. He looks horrible. He's great, though. He is a battle mage, and the magic's cool in the game, Locke. I'm curious how you feel about this. There's a lot of magic in the game. And you could do stuff like making your own spells, which is really sick. I haven't personally done anything like that yet, but I know you can do that kind of stuff. I think that's really cool. But a lot of the spells I've been getting, like the animations of them are like the exact same as the very beginning level spells. Like I have a fireball spell. Then later on in the game, like I have like the best fireball spell in the game. And it's like the same exact thing visually. I'm like, oh, okay, well. 2006 is what I'm thinking a lot when I'm playing the game, so I just put myself in those shoes because I do imagine how crazy this game probably was back in 2006. How expansive, like this game is massive. It is a massive game. I have so much left to do in the game. Like I'm trying to see what my playtime is. I'm probably only like 20 hours, I want to say, but I feel like I'm 20 hours, I'd say, for this. And
it's nothing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like nothing. There's so much for me to do in the game, I feel like, to do and see. So if you're one of those people that definitely wants bang for your buck, you are absolutely going to get that here. But despite all its jank, like it's got some really funny jank, like Bethesda jank, like I talk to someone and they just die or something like that because of a quest line, and it's all just very awkward how they die and stuff. They just go and like fall over and there's like a little flash. It's very funny, but I am still invested in the world. There's some really cool quest lines, like talking to like a vampire and dealing with all that kind of shit. It's been really fun. I got turned into a vampire in the game and I didn't even realize it. I didn't get bit or anything like that at night, but I killed some vampires and I guess I caught a disease from them. So I became a vampire and I had to feed on people, which was pretty fun, sneaking in their house, just nibbling on someone's neck real quick. But I did do the quest line lock to break the curse because I didn't want to burn up in the fucking sun because that did happen to me. Like, holy shit. That quest line was annoying as hell, dude. I had to collect a lot of stuff. God damn. Jesus.
It's supposed to be annoying, right?
Yeah, it's super annoying. Get these grand mana crystals from everywhere. Luckily, I just went to like mage areas, the mage guild, and I just like broke into all of their fucking cases and stole them all. So that was cool. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I'm still very early on in the main quest. Locke, you know where I was at. I just got the horse, and that was the last thing I did, pretty much. I haven't done any other main quest from that. So there's all the Oblivion gates. I've only done one Oblivion gate, and I've seen many throughout the game. There's the Shimmering Isles, which I haven't done yet, which everyone says is awesome. So
yeah,
I'm definitely looking forward to that. But at the point in the game, my character is maxed out in magic stats. I have the highest magic, 100 everything. My destruction magic's at 100, so I'm trying to level up my conjuring to summon cool minions and stuff like skeletons. That's all really sick. I appreciate that. That's all really good. Melee combat, I mean, you know what you're getting into with Bethesda's melee combat. It's not good, but it's 2006, so I guess Skyrim is the same exact fucking thing though, and that was what 7 years or 5 years later, something like that. But it's still really fun. This game's cool. I like it. I totally see what people like about it a lot. It's really cool. If you played, I guess, Avowed, and you want kind of like a better example of that game done well, that's much older.
Yep.
Maybe check out Oblivion Remastered because it's still a cool game. Dustin, I know you played a little bit of the remastered. What did you think?
The remaster, I played it. I bought it the day it came out. I played it for that week, and then I thought, this is good. I want it to run better.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it when they fix it.
That's never happening.
It's never it's never going to happen.
No.
So maybe at some point I'll get back to it, but I do have a lot of experience with Oblivion. I was looking when you were talking at my Xbox gamer score.
Oh.
I did everything but the Fighters Guild.
Oh, nice.
On Xbox 360. And I didn't do the DLC, I don't think, back then. But I've told this story before, so sorry if you've heard it, but when I first got a 360, I had like Perfect Dark in one other game, and then Oblivion came out and I had no money because I was a kid. So I sold those games and was able to get Oblivion, and it was the only game I had on 360 for a good part of a year.
Yeah.
But I was totally okay with that. It's the only game I had, and I was in love with it. And it's still so charming today. Yeah. Like when I was playing the remake, like just the character interactions, the fact that it's like 6 people doing voices.
Yeah.
So you get like the same like the same voices throughout. The game. There is a really funny way that you can totally break this game. If you're a mage, you can use the enchanting table. And you can enchant your armor each with like, I don't know, like 15% invisibility. So then when you wear the whole armor, you're just completely invisible.
Whoa.
And you can just, it totally breaks the game. But it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You can do that. So I remember in particular the Dark Brotherhood quest line and the Thieves Guild quest line are both really cool. I think the final quest for the Thieves Guild, if I remember properly, I won't mention it, is particularly interesting. You're a thief, so you have to steal something. And the thing you have to steal, kind of crazy. So I absolutely love this game. And I'm sure this was the case for you, Locke, too, where when they announced Skyrim, I was like, hell yeah, I cannot wait for the next Elder Scrolls game. But I don't want to say it was a niche game, but it was Skyrim that it's like suddenly all my friends at school are interested in Elder Scrolls. And I'm not saying I'm like an OG because Morrowind, I played a little bit, but I was too young and too stupid to fully understand it at the time. And then when I tried to go back, I'm like, it's too old for me. It's like a little too dated at this point for me to want to go back to it.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing the huge rise from Oblivion to Skyrim was just massive.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's funny what you just said, Brett, because I agree. If you play Avowed, stop playing Avowed and go play Oblivion. It's the same game. It's way better. But that's so that everybody who played Oblivion when he was a kid has like stories like Dustin just told. It's just such a seminal game where if you played it when you were younger, it was the game. Like you only have one game and it was that game, and everybody played it for hundreds or dozens of hours. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna gradually over the course of the year play more of it, or are you gonna put it away for a while? Or
no, I want to keep playing it until something like huge comes out.
Sure, cool.
So hopefully the rest of the month I'll be able to play it because I do want to finish it. You know, it's a legendary game. It's really cool. It's like a big gap in my game knowledge. I feel like all the Elder Scrolls games. I mean, I've played Skyrim, but that's the only one.
It's funny because I always thought, because when in 2006 I must have played hundreds of hours of Oblivion. I loved it so much. And when Skyrim came around, I loved Skyrim too. I thought that was such a great game. But in my mind, I always thought that Oblivion was my favorite. But then when the remaster came out and I played it for, I think I want to say 80 hours or something, I loved it. I thought it was great, but I think Skyrim might be my favorite after all.
Sure. Yeah.
Even though the Oblivion has there's just so many, like you said, so many quirky quests. Like you suddenly find a haunted castle, and now it's yours. And the Thieves Guild of Brotherhood. There's so many cool little quests here.
There's a lot of cool little quests that I've just kind of stumbled upon, which is rad. I also like the leveling system a lot in the game. I think it's awesome. Basically, just whatever you do, the more you do it, the more that skill improves. Like, so if you run around and just jump constantly throughout the game, your acrobatics, I think it is, will just kind of increase over time. Like I said, I use a lot of destruction magic, so I'm maxed out now.
Well, that's the cool thing, right? Because now your destruction magic is maxed out. So try something else now. Go two-handed for a while.
That's what I was saying. I was going to do more conjuring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To level all that up. And there's like a ton of stats to level, like healing focused ones. Of course, all your melee blades, blunt weapons, shields, armor types. There's quite a few, like sneaking. I need to level up sneaking. My sneaking's not super high.
Oh.
My lockpicking in that game is really easy, I feel like.
There's a trick to it, right? You know the trick where you always get it?
To get the pin, you just kind of spam it up and down until it like starts slowing down. Then you can do it easily.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, okay, so it doesn't even matter. I can just pick anything in the game, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But it's a really fascinating game. I love how much player expression and freedom there is in the game. Like, you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want in this game, which is awesome, especially when I think about, that's what's cool about the game in a lot of ways for me, is just thinking about how old this game is and how much cool shit you could do in it and how insane it probably was at the time. I really appreciate stuff like that. To a lot of people, it might not matter nowadays, but to me, I think that's awesome from a historical perspective.
Well, it's also crazy. You're absolutely right. And when we get to the later games this episode, I'll have the same argument. It's so crazy when you play an older game and you realize that it does more than 90% of games these days do, which is insane, right?
I bet that's like Avowed, when you play it Avowed compared to this.
Absolutely, yeah. In Oblivion, you can actually interact with stuff too, and with the people, and the people move. In Avowed, they stand. When you open a city in Avowed, they literally stand in place, just like puppets.
Dang, that's crazy.
In Oblivion, they run around.
They have like full-on paths they go and routines. It seems like
they can even get abducted in Oblivion. Like, you have certain characters that suddenly disappear, and you go to the other side of the map, and then it turns out they're dead because they got abducted by thieves or whatever. What has been your favorite quest so far? The quests you've done so far?
My favorite quest? I mean, I actually did enjoy the Mage Line quest, like the guild one, with these necromancers fucking coming in and everything like that. You have to put a stop to them.
Great.
I don't know, I guess spoilers for Oblivion. But there was this one quest, you like go into a dream, some guy's dream, and you have to break him out of the dream, and you have to do all these like weird trials to kind of bust him out. And I thought that was fucking awesome, because that's something I didn't expect. It reminds me of you remember in Fallout 3 that kind of mission you go into like the black and white suburban
the simulation thing.
That's what it reminded me a lot of, and I was like, oh, this is really cool shit.
No spoilers, but the Shivering Owls DLC is basically a whole game like that, which is amazing. And it's like, honestly, I decided to do the Mage Guild first because, one, I have magic, and I was like, well, maybe I'll get cool magic from it, which I did get some cool magic. But two is, I was like, it's the least interesting one to me, probably from a narrative standpoint, because I remember from Skyrim, like the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood and all that kind of stuff, and I really loved that stuff. Yeah.
So I've been kind of saving them. My plan is to do all the guild quests at least, and the Dark Brotherhood, so I'll do all those, but I doubt I'll do everything in the game because it's a fucking humongous game, but
it is.
I'll do what sounds cool, and I'll do the Shivering Isles as well. So
nice. It's
going to take me a long time. Maybe I'll report back once I finish it. I should probably stop. I've brought this game to this show like 3 times, so I should probably stop by now. But it's honestly the only thing I've been playing really game-wise, so...
What do you think of the voice actors? Because there's like Sean Bean, Patrick Stewart.
I think the voice acting's good. There's just not a lot of like different voice actors in the game. Well, from the main quest, there is, I should say, there's a lot of good voice acting. The random NPCs throughout the game, they're fine, especially for the time. They're all fine. There's only like, it feels like the game has been done by like 4 people. Like I've run into the same people. Like every Argonian woman is the same voice actor and everything like that. They're all exactly the same. But it's cool. It's charming for how much voice acting there is in the game as well. Like everything is voice acting in the game. Everything.
Yeah.
So that, once again, 2006 perspective, pretty damn cool.
What's the other DLC? Oh, Knights of the Nine.
Yeah.
I remember that was the first instance where I bought a DLC when I was a kid, and then I played it. I'm like, what the fuck was this?
Well, remember, Oblivion was the game that basically broke DLC for the whole world. Like the horse armor. Yeah.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Todd killed video games. How insane is that?
Knights of the Nine was so... I don't know what my expectations were as a kid, because I was, not informed. It was just like, oh, new stuff for Oblivion. Remember buying it and playing it and then being like, that's it. And I think that I swore off not getting Shivering Isles because of it at the time.
Sure.
And that's the great one. That's like supposed to be like an amazing DLC. So
one of the best DLCs ever. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Well, you can go back to it now.
Nah.
You both spoke about this, right? Over the way it runs, right? Because I've seen a lot of people mention this in the Discord as well. I played it on PS5 Pro. I honestly, there's stuttering, which is annoying. I've played games that were way worse. So I think that the hate in that regard is a little bit overblown. It's like PS5. It's like an Unreal Engine 5 game. Sure. They always have the same issues. The stuttering is super annoying, but it's not like the end. Like I've played worse games. Like
it's not enough to stop me from playing the game or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or like piss me off. But I notice stuff, but
yeah.
I don't know. If a game doesn't run 100% smooth the whole time, it's not enough to stop me from playing a game if I'm having fun.
Sure. Yeah. For me, I mean, the game just came out at a time where I was like, well, I don't really have time for this.
Right.
Of course.
And it's not running great.
Yeah.
I do have a bit of a principle. Like, there's a bit of a principle for me where it's like, if you're going to remake a game, and surely it's way more beautiful, but it's like, are you serious? It performs worse? I mean, I guess it performs... Does it perform better than the Xbox 360 original? Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'm
Standards
sure
have changed. It's like, to me, to some degree, it's like, you got to get that right.
That's true.
Especially when it's not even a full remake. It's like a reskin. And now it has, with stuttering issues, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's not ideal. That's for sure.
That's true. Unreal 5. Always Unreal 5.
Definitely worth checking out if you haven't played it. $50 also. Fair price, in my opinion. Especially with all the content, how massive this game is.
Is
you can
that
play
a
this game
fair
for like
price,
6
though?
months easily.
I think that would be a fair. Now I'm speaking against the game. I love the game. I think Oblivion is great. I've had a great time with the remaster. I think 50 is too much. I think it should be 40. Yeah, because it's a remaster. It's not a remake.
But remasters themselves are usually like 40, and this is like a fucking exceptionally huge one.
It is a huge one, but that's not the people's fault. Like it is still a remaster. It's not a remake. Like it's
right.
It could be a 1,000-hour game, but it's still. I mean, it's the same game that came out in 2006.
I guess for the quality of the game, I think it's fair. Is what I'm saying.
Sure,
not the fact that it's remastered.
Yeah.
I think for the quality itself as a video game.
Sure, I can agree to that. Yeah,
it's worth 50 in my opinion. But yeah, Oblivion.
I would play 100. Yeah,
cool, weird ass game. Good shit, Todd. Thanks for ruining video games though with microtransactions. Appreciate that. Can you get the horse armor in this version of the game?
They made a joke about it. Remember, they had like I think the deluxe version was called horse armor version or something. They made like a joke about it.
we ruined video games, but we're gonna make a joke out of it now.
Don't worry, Todd is about to fix gaming with Starfield 2.0. So don't worry.
That's right. That's right, dude. All right, boys, let's move on to Sort Out. On this segment, we just talk about something in the game industry that we're not pleased with right now. Sorry, I have to get a little extra with that whenever Dustin's on here.
You got to start the year right, too.
Yeah, that's right. 2026. Big 2026, we got to yell. But anyways, the same way we just complain about something we're not happy with in the game industry. I've been kind of out of the loop in games media right now. What's been ever been going on? I guess it's been quiet though, relatively. Dustin, is there anything on your mind that you think needs sorting?
Yeah, I don't know. This is not a fresh sorted out, but it's something that's been evolving over the past few weeks. Sorted out manufacturing with particularly RAM and AI.
Yeah.
This has been we've talked about this, so I don't want to belabor the point too much, but basically with AI, so much of the RAM market is being bought up, driving up insane prices. And initially, this really affected the PC gaming market, particularly, the RAM chips themselves. But I think now that the weeks have gone on, there's been a slow realization about how badly this is going to affect everything. There's just a report the other day, which I think I just saw a headline, to be fair. So I don't know who the source is or what, but it's like, maybe it was Insider Gaming, like the PS6 could be delayed due to the RAM prices. And obviously I know some people are excited about the idea of a delayed PS5 or a delayed PS6, but I think in general, we're going to have problems in the here and now pretty dang soon. Like, I almost considered at some point Holly is going to want her own Switch 2 when Animal Crossing comes out and it becomes more annoying to share one. I'm like, man, should I just buy it right now?
Yeah.
Like, should I just buy her a Switch 2 right now? Because it's going to happen. Like, everything is going to go up. Oh, in addition to like Nvidia, there's some weird shit right now going on with them. Something about the 5090 going up to $5,000 or something.
Yeah.
Which you do not need a 5090. I don't think anyone really needs a 5090 unless it's work related, probably. But and I say that as someone with a 4090. But to be fair, my 4090 when I bought it it is worth way more than what I bought it for.
Right.
So these things have gotten just absolutely insane. Unfortunately, there's not really much that can be done about it because the AI train is not slowing down. You can't just build a new factory in a few months. These factories are so advanced. They take years to build a new factory for it. So supply is just going to be bad. So buckle up, everybody. The future in terms of hardware is looking a little bleak.
Yep. Definitely. Great one. Lockmore, what about you? Anything that you think needs sorting?
It's a bit of a stupid one. But I have it sorted out for the Indie Game Awards. Because I didn't play Expedition 33, so I don't have a dog in this, or I don't have a dog in this fight. But taking an award away from a developer because they used generative AI, which every developer kind of uses at certain points during development, even though they won't outright admit it. I think that's really lame. I think that's just really lame. So if Expedition 33 was like filled with AI everywhere and you could spot it like people did with Marathon or whatever, then okay, sure. But that's not the case. So cut them some slack. Like everybody, I'm not a fan of AI at all. I'm literally getting replaced by AI in a couple of weeks. But every game developer uses it. When you look at what Larian did, or what Larian didn't do, actually, what they said, and then so many people came after them because they simply don't understand it. AI has become such a boogeyman word, a culmination of everything that's negative about the creator space. Wow, it's all AI is also a tool for developers to use. So I think taking an award away from such a special game, again, I didn't play it, so I'll take your word for it, is kind of dumb, lame, and stupid, especially if you're an awards show. Like, you should know better. So that would be my sorted out.
Didn't they have another controversy too?
The Indie Game Awards?
Yeah, there was something else they did that was kind of dumb, but maybe I'm misremembering. But
you're right. I think they did. Yeah, I think there was something else.
I totally agree with you about this. That, and we talked about this extensively on Sacred, but it's like, I think the main thing that I have to say is just like, we need to pick the right targets.
Yes.
In terms of who we're going to point the finger at for generative AI stuff.
Yeah.
And Expedition 33 and Larian are not the ones that are. I mean, just look at the PlayStation store right now, dude. Look at the Switch store. Like, there is actual slop. You know, we throw the word slop around all the time. There's actual slop flooding the marketplace of our, you know, a very important marketplace of where we interact with these products. And it's like,
true.
It's a problem. It's been a problem. It's continued to be a problem. It's going to get worse. And I just think that for Expedition 33, for having one placeholder asset that ended up that was accidentally in there, clearly was an accident because they were able to switch it out so fast.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know, it's dumb.
It was also just like a stupid little poster of the Eiffel Tower or something. Yeah, like something not that important either. So,
yeah. Well, like you said, Dustin, it's just going to get worse. Like Call of Duty is already using it for a lot of shit, like those banners they have in the game and stuff like that. You know, when like you kill or someone gets killed or whatever, you can see the player's like little icon. They have the banners, they have AI ones in there, all that kind of shit already. So, just the beginning, baby. So settle in.
It's the beginning, but it's also been going on for like a decade or more than a decade. People just now are realizing like, oh, this game is using AI. Like, yeah, games have been using AI for far longer than it's been in the mainstream now. Like,
AI is not all like one. AI is a weird thing to talk about because it's not just like one easy thing to blanket statement kind of thing.
Of course, yeah, but that's how people take it.
I know,
right?
I know.
Yeah,
that's
the problem.
It's kind of an annoying conversation to have.
Yeah,
but it is real. I can't think of anything right now because I've been off the grid, so I'll just move on. Daniel B wrote it. So good day, fellas. It's 2026. Why aren't rewind and fast forward standard features and cutscenes sorted out? Dustin, does this sound like 2.5 speed brain rot to you?
To some degree, I can appreciate them when you remaster an old game and putting he said features and cutscenes.
Yeah.
No. If you don't want to watch the cutscene, just skip it. A fast forward and rewind I could see. Where it's like you hit start and it's like restart cutscene because maybe you got a text or you had to get up for some reason, or I could see that. A fast forward, maybe he just means skip, because there are games that don't have a skips cutscene feature, and I totally agree. So you know what? We'll give Daniel the benefit of the doubt here. Maybe I was just misunderstanding him initially, but when you're replaying a game or something and you just want to play the game, you don't need to see the cutscenes. Absolutely, there should be a skip cutscene. That's something in Kingdom Hearts right now that I'm playing that there's like full cutscenes before a boss battle. And if you lose, you just hit start and skip it. It's very important. Yeah. So it should be standard in that degree. A rewind and fast forward, maybe that's just maybe, I don't know if that's a language barrier thing. I don't know if Daniel B is not English speaking or whatever, but that's a little bit more weird. That made me think of Trails, which I think is crazy. The Trails, is it in the new Trails game they have a fast forward?
Yeah, you can play the entire game fast forward.
That's so weird to me, dude.
It is weird.
I mean, I guess it's a remake, right?
Yeah,
but
it is.
You have to build in a fast forward into your combat.
No, it's not just the combat. It's literally everything in the game. Like every walking around and stuff too.
Every JRPG should have that function. Just have a skip function at the beginning.
Skip the whole game. Yeah.
All right. Mark Adbrill wrote in and said, "Yo, sorted out internet. Can everyone just calm down this year? Venting and complaining are just normal parts of life, but the whole world doesn't need to hear you. Anger is an emotional expression towards the things we love. The problem is we tend to love the wrong things." Those are quotes. Chill pills all around. Happy 2026. I mean, telling people people chilling out in general is, I think, good advice. People do get worked up, and there's stuff to get worked up about, but people get worked up about the dumbest shit possible. So, yeah. Chill the fuck out, everybody. Relax. God
I do
damn.
think there are two sides of this. I think when discussing, like, we talk about video games, we're passionate about video games. I think you should be able to talk and say your opinion freely online about it. And someone doesn't come out, be like, this is bad take, and people will jokingly say that. I'm not talking about joking around. I'm like saying people that are like legitimately offended that you don't like the thing they like, sort that out. But, and I think complaining can be good, but there is an element, I think, where people should calm down. I mean, Locke just talked about the AI stuff. That's something that I think people should calm down about. I think it's very serious, and there are certain things we need to speak up about for sure. But the degree in which some of this is happening is crazy.
Yeah.
Also, here's a little experiment for anyone. If you want to experience the internet at its maybe not at its worst, post a picture of yourself or that you bought a Switch game that's a game key card.
Oh.
Just try it. I've noticed because it happened to me. And so if I'm like on my For You feed and someone has a picture, it can be anything. If it has a game key card, look at the replies. It's insane. These people are fucking insane, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chill out.
All right. Exact opposite time. Keep it up. Stuff we're pleased with in gaming. Dustin, are you pleased with anything right now?
Anything that I'm pleased with. This is so generic. It's the only thing I really could think of is just that over this break, I played multiple indie games because I didn't get to play them throughout the year. And I was like, man, these games are awesome. And it sucks. It's given me a new mindset going into 2026 where this is so wrong. And I've never thought this like actually literally, but I realized I was doing it where I was like, oh, it's an indie game. It's not as important as a big game.
Right.
And I need to focus on the big games to talk about. And after playing some of these games, I'm like, oh, these games are awesome. These games are way better than some of the quote unquote big games.
Yeah.
And I know that, I've played some of my favorite games of all time are indie games. But when we have a release cadence that we do in this era, for me, I know that I put them to the side. So keep it up. Some of these smaller games, because it made my break so refreshing to play some of them.
Yeah, dude. Lockmore, what about you?
I have two, but one of them is it's maybe a bit too soon to give it to this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. If the rumors are true, CD Projekt Red are releasing a new Witcher 3 DLC in May. And if that is true, I think that is one of the most ballsiest, one of the coolest moves a developer has ever done.
Yeah.
To release DLC for a 10-year-old game. And especially if the rumors are true and it's like a big 20-hour DLC again, like Blood and Wine. That would be so ballsy and so cool. So if that is true, it definitely, my keep it up is for CD Projekt Red. But if it's not true, it's going to their counterpart and the former CD Projekt Red devs, the people at Rebel Wolves, who just released their launch year trailer for The Blood of the Dawnwalker, which looks freaking amazing. It looks like Witcher 3.5. It would be so incredibly funny if the Witcher DLC is true and releases around the same time as The Blood of the Dawnwalker. That would be hilarious, great, and fantastic for Eurojank lovers like myself.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That'd suck for Rebel Wolves. Like, oh,
I mean, sure, but I think the game looks of such high quality that I think it'll
I know, but just a Witcher 3 expansion coming out would be big news.
Yeah,
big news. For me, like, there's not a lot of shit going on in games right now, media wise. So I'm just gonna give it to Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, whatever it's called. Hell yeah, that game looks sick. Even Locke's into playing it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
We're all eating good there. All of us will play it here. So shout out Dragon Quest. It's your 40th anniversary. Show us 12. Cowards.
It's not that far off, right? On the start of January somewhere?
7?
When it releases?
7 is like February 4th or something.
Yeah, so a month. Like a month from now.
Yeah, but 12. Need to see that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Show that shit, bitch. You gotta be stern with them sometimes. Quit fooling around. Okay, let's see here. Dennis M. wrote in and said, keep it up, creators who give us hours upon hours of content over the holiday break. That obviously includes you, especially with the fantastic Summon Sign Goaty special. But I also want to give a special shout out to Mystic Ryan for delivering the incredible next part in the 30 Platinum Trophies in 30 Days series, Absolute Cinema.
Dude, great video. I watched it.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah. And that's actually, I saw a game in that video that inspired me to play it, which we will talk about later this episode.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out Mystic Ryan. That video was very, very good.
I think this is the right name. So, Locke, je ne sais this name right here. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here. I don't know.
Did you put it somewhere?
No. So, Brad.
Yeah.
This is a call-in phrase where he says, je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah.
But this person
French,
said,
right?
je ne sais queer.
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure I was allowed to say that.
You can say queer, right? It just depends on how you say it. And what the context is.
People get upset about everything, so I don't know.
Je ne sais quoi is a certain something.
Yeah, it's like... is it like French origin?
Something queer.
Yeah.
Something queer. All right. Sup, Sunrise. I want to give a big keep it up to everyone at LSM, especially you three, though. Wait, I don't know if this is the right guy's name, actually, when I'm thinking about it. Well, I'm sorry, whoever it was.
Did you call him a queer?
But you're now je ne sais queer, I guess. Apologies. Sup, Summoners. Want to get keep it up, LSM, especially you three, though. I'm jealous of y'all's work ethic. That 9-hour Goaty conversation is nothing to scoff at historically, really. Having YouTube channels while also doing LSM content seems like a lot. As an aspiring video game YouTuber myself, I've never seemed to find the time to play games, let alone edit and record myself talking about them. Look up Merely Marcos on YouTube if you're interested. We'll give you a shout out there since I got your name wrong here. Anyways, I just wanted to tip my cap to y'all. Keep it up in 2026. I'm no longer a freeloader this year. $10 a month isn't that much considering I pay $45 for YMCA membership I haven't used in months, LOL. Cheers. There you go. Dusty, looking up his channel?
I'm looking at his channel now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 videos.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
And 35 subs.
Keep it up, dude. Keep going.
So go subscribe.
Go subscribe.
Especially because Brad called him something bad on accident.
It's not something bad. That's not the bad. You can call people queer. That's not.
I guess you can. Yeah. Well, it's just maybe the name was in the context of that. It wasn't being serious.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe it was serious. Maybe the original person was. I don't know.
I remember because there was a person named Je ne sais queer, and I was like, what? But then I remember this question. I just don't remember this name being associated to that. But check out Marcos on YouTube. Merely Marcos, if you want to support him. Guys, how would you manage YouTube also? I'll tell you from personal experience, not well. Because I get a video out like maybe once a month if I'm lucky. Same with Lockmort. This guy fucking editing a video for 6 months.
Again, the only reason is because I want to put out quality and not
just.
So yes, it's slow, and yes, people keep telling me like, when is the next one? Once I will have my plan is to have a bunch of them ready, and then you'll complain that there's too many of them at a certain.
I heard that last year.
Well, you're probably gonna hear it for another year, but at some point, unless I die, my plan will come to fruition, and I have a video every week, and then. There we go.
There's supposed to be that Christmas video around Christmas time that never came out.
The Borderlands video.
Listen,
that.
I have all these videos. But you two have seen these videos too.
They're very good.
Brad.
I haven't
very
seen
good.
Brad has seen parts of these videos. They're because now you're making it seem like they're not real. I'm some
No, they
lazy
are
fuck.
real.
That's not
They're
true.
100%
No.
I've made these videos. They're real, but they're just not good enough yet. And again, I don't want to put out something. I don't want to put something up that I'm not happy with. Like it's quality over quantity. Like I that's my belief that if I put something up that's quality, it'll work. If I put something up that I'm not happy with, it will not work. So then what's the point? So
I just think
only
with
put it
you,
up.
you're never happy because there hasn't been anything out in so long.
I put up what's it?
Ghost of Yote.
I streamed a week ago. What was it?
I mean, that's true. You did stream, so that's something.
I have that TV show video that's ready right now.
That is like a nightmare.
Post
I
it
can't
right
believe
now.
you're even doing that.
I did post it right now, Dustin, but I have like 20 copyright strikes on it.
Oh,
So I keep having to re-edit it every hour until it's done. But hopefully tomorrow during my regular day job, I can finish. Well, no, I'm working very hard during my day job, but after my day job, I can finish it, and then hopefully I can put it up there. But it's annoying because I keep getting copyright strikes there. But I promise I am working on videos. It's all I do. I record every game I play. I edit every game I play. I edit the footage of it. I select the footage I'm going to use. I write the script. I do the voiceover for the script. And I edit half the video. And then I think, this is not good. I need to do something else here. And then I have another idea and I move on to the next one. What I need is a manager or someone who tells me, stop, now you're going to do this, or now you're going to do this. Because if it's just me, I just go,
I'll tell you, stop moving on from videos and just finish one of them.
Yeah.
And post it.
or just post it.
Then move on.
Yeah, true. You're right.
Well, first of all, if you want quality, go to Lockmart's channel. If you want quantity,
you
posting once a week.
No, you have quality too, but you have very different content. Like you have you talk to the camera. That's like a different kind of video, right?
Here's what I'll say though, Locke. That I mean, not that I'm any kind of expert. I've only been posting this type of video for a few months now. But what's so shocking to me, the videos that I've worked the hardest on, usually don't do well, and it's not because they're bad, it's just because my expectations are off. But then I'll rip out a video that all said and done took me an hour and a half between recording, editing, thumbnail, and it's the one video that almost has 100,000 views. I was like, this video I didn't work hard enough. Not that I think the video is bad, I just was like, I feel like I'm going too quick on this. I think these videos, all I'm saying is they might not be good enough for you, but you got potential bangers, and you're letting them get them out there.
You're letting them hang around.
Oh, you're talking about my videos?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
Oh,
People love your videos. Just they're good.
Yeah, but
post them.
If you've done creative work too, both of you. If you work on something, you want it to be the best you can have it for yourself. Like if other people like it, sure, that's a lovely extra, but I want to be happy with it.
Yeah, but you need to walk the balance of just getting something out though as well.
Yeah,
you just need to get something
true.
out. Just fucking put it out. Like, do I got to put a gun to your head, Lockmort? Do I got to fly over there?
We could try it. Maybe not. But I'm very jealous of what Justin. I did it again. What Dustin can do, and Maddie can do that too. Like you guys are very, very, very good at like just talking to the camera and then putting it up. Mm-hmm. I wish I could do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I wish I could, because that is awesome. That's a talent that is very rare. It's a very rare talent.
Yeah.
And your videos are great at that. Yeah, they are. They're doing great.
Well, let's see. He said, what was his actual question?
How do we balance it?
How do you balance it? I know for me, the best thing I can do in terms of production on a video, because I'm already doing so much production work for Last Stand that it's like, how do I fit it in? How do I make sure I'm energized after doing all my other stuff to do the side stuff? What I'll do is that on a Sunday or a Monday, I'll tell myself, okay, all I want you to do, this is me talking to myself, is to record it. Record the video and then hit stop once you've recorded it, and then you're done. And then the next day, come to it with fresh eyes and edit it then. And that way, if I think about doing a video and it's like, okay, record it, edit it, make the thumbnail, do everything all at once, then it's like, it's so annoying, the thought of it, just to do all of that. In addition, and I'm saying if that was my only job, it would be different. But if you're doing something on the side, sometimes it can feel like a monumental task. So if you break it up into pieces, I have found that has made me much more efficient and motivated while doing it alongside my Last Stand work.
Yeah.
That's good advice. Yeah.
All right, let's get a game recommendation for the audience from the audience. This is from Will Smith.
Getting jiggy with it.
That's right. Hi, Summon Signers. Hope you all had a great break, and thanks, as always, for the absolute deluge of content. I want to give a quick shout out to a game that seems to have slipped under the radar over the holidays. I played Sectori, an arcade-style twin-stick shooter made by a former Housemarque dev who worked on Resogun. And honestly, this game is incredible and as hard as nails. It takes the best parts of Resogun's tight kinetic combat and pairs them with pounding techno that creates a real flow state thrill that I haven't felt since Returnal or Tetris Effect. Despite not having much traction, it's sitting overwhelmingly positive on Steam and it absolutely deserves more attention. If anyone's craving this pure skill-based arcade rush, this one is special. So Sectori, Sektori.
Looks
right there.
cool. Yeah.
We talked about this game on Sacred because of the Housemarque connection. It looks great. I loved Geometry Wars on Xbox 360, and this looks a lot like that. Dude, this looks like a game, Brad, and now Locke. This looks like an OLED monitor game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
just would look absolutely beautiful. I want to play this.
Yeah,
I
this looks
added
cool.
it to my wish list on Steam.
Yeah, looks really cool. There you go. Alrighty. Let's go back to games that we're playing. Next, Dustin, Squirrel with a Gun.
Yes, and I noticed that nobody had any questions for this game. I'm not surprised.
No question.
I got to sell it here. This is the game I mentioned earlier. I was watching Mystic Ryan's excellent 30 Platinums in 30 Days video, and this is one of the games that he played. And I was like, oh, that looks really cute and really funny. And I looked on PlayStation Store, and it was $8. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It looked cute. I'm in.
Yeah.
And so I decided to buy it and play it. And I absolutely love this game. It is, I think Chris was tweeting over the break, like 10 out of 10, 7 out of 10 games. And I think this almost fits in that category. I was surprised because I looked on OpenCritic and this game is rated in the 60s, I think.
Okay.
So the reviews were not very kind to it, but I was shocked how much fun I had with it. So the game is the title where you are a squirrel. The game starts and you're like a squirrel breaking into like a secret facility where you're stealing this like golden acorn. And at one point there's like a guy that comes in to try to stop you and you grab his gun and thus the game begins. Squirrel with a gun. If you've ever played Goat Simulator, have either one of you played it before?
Yes.
It seems somewhat the format of Goat Simulator. Once you do this opening mission, then you're in this like neighborhood where your goal, there's like these different areas and you have to collect the golden acorns. Goat Simulator I've always thought was cool, and I always appreciated like a weird physics sandbox game, but it felt like too open-ended and maybe too janky, even though that's the point. Where Squirrel with a Gun feels more like a traditional like collectathon type game. And what I really liked is that this game just has a lot of really funny, cute situations where it's like you have to steal. There's a guy that wasn't invited to the party that's next door and he's sitting there all by himself. So in order to get one of the acorns, you have to steal the cake and take it over to him. And then he's like, yeah. And he gives you an acorn.
Cool.
There's multiple weapons in this game. There's like a pistol, there's a shotgun, there's like an Uzi, there is a sniper rifle, there is a bazooka. And so the combat in this game is like pretty bare bones, where like there's these secret agent guys, you got to shoot them. But because you're a tiny little squirrel, every single gun like blasts you back really far, which is fun. But yeah, the main thing is that there's this, like I said, the different sections. You collect the acorns, more sections unlock. There's like boss battles where you're fighting a giant tank, as you know, a little tiny squirrel with a bazooka. There are tons of different outfits in this game too, which was like half of the fun for me. It's like, oh look, you can dress your squirrel up in overalls and a cowboy hat. Oh, dude, there's a revolver too. There's this whole like Wild West section of the game that's really fun. And so you get all these different outfits. Some of them have different like perks. Like one of them gives you more stealth capability because you can go and jump onto enemies and then go up to their neck and snap their necks.
Oh shit.
It's like this really crazy
GS
animation where it's like and they crack their neck, dude. So that's pretty cool. There's a whole water park section of the game too, where you get like a little squirrel jet ski that you get to ride around on. And I seriously, for probably 2 days, this hit that itch where it's like,
nice.
I don't want to, I very loosely compare it to like a Mario game where it's like, oh, collect all the stars, do this fun little task, do this little thing. And it starts to like become addictive where it's like, oh, I'm going to collect all these things. The platinum for this game is relatively, it's not like an easy 5-second platinum, but I went and I did it just because why not? And I was just so surprised when I saw the reviews that they were so negative on it. Because I'm like, come on, this is like, what other game do you play that's like an action combat collectathon where you play as a squirrel?
With a gun.
With a gun. And I was like, there's nothing inherently about this game that's bad. It's not meant to be some, crazy AAA super story focused adventure, but I was surprised just how much fun I had with it. So I highly recommend Squirrel with a Gun if you're looking for a fun little experience, or a game to collect golden acorns.
Dude,
sounds awesome. Yeah,
looks cool. Yeah. All right, next game here, Tomb Raider 1 Lockmort. Oh. Are you making a video on this game as well that we'll see in a year and a half, maybe 2 years?
Do your own show. Talk about your own games. That is the play, and I am recording the game. I am recording the game. You bastards. Tomb Raider 1. So yeah, it's developed by Core Design, published by Eidos Interactive, and it released in 1996, which is insane because that's 30 years ago. Now, there is a little story that goes with this game. A story that I completely, or not completely, but I just haven't thought about in 30 years, I guess. I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money when I grew up. And so we didn't have AC, for instance, in our house, or fans or whatever. So in the summer, our house would get really, really hot because there was no way to cool it down. And I had this old computer in my room. And during the summer, when it got really hot outside and also really hot inside, my computer, I still don't know why this happened, but as soon as it got over 38 degrees Celsius, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I presume it's like in the 80s or 90s, the computer would stop functioning and it would play the music of Greensleeves, which is a classical song. It would do that with the MIDI soundboard. Like it would beep, beep. It would beep the song Greensleeves. And it would just stop functioning until it cooled off outside. So what I did with this computer during the summer, I would put it in a room where we didn't have any windows and where there was no heating. So it was always cold in this room. But then I forgot, or I just kept it there also during the winter. So in the winter, it got very cold in that room. There was like even ice on the ceiling and stuff in that room because there was just no heating where that PC was. And I remember in the winter of 1996, I got Tomb Raider on PC and I had to play it in that ice cold room. And I don't know why, but when I started the game now, suddenly all those memories came flooding back. Cool. And the human brain is such a weird thing. Because as soon as I started this game, I saw the intro cutscene, which was very weird. I didn't remember that cutscene. But as soon as I started the game, and the game is, of course, a remaster, I should say. So it starts with the beautiful new graphics. But then if you press start, it transforms the game to the original.
Yeah, which is cool. I love shit like that.
Yes, exactly. To the original state it was in. And as soon as I pressed start, my brain went back to the cold room and I knew exactly where to go, what to do. The level design was like ingrained in my brain because I played this game so much in 1996. So I immediately knew where to go. The T-Rex, of course, like the little raptors. I knew where to jump. I knew what to do. The Damocles room, the Thor room, the Colosseum. I immediately... Stuff I haven't thought about for 30 years that was just stuck in my brain immediately came flooding back to the foreground, which is so cool that video games can do that now. Because before, only movies did that.
Right.
But now we're so old, I guess we're old too. But video games have gotten so old that video games can do the same thing that movies used to do too. Which is to bring you back to a time when you first saw it and you remember where you were and what you were doing. And even the muscle memory from the game came back to me, which is so cool. So I'm having an absolute blast with Tomb Raider 1. The tank controls, you can play it as it was originally designed, of course, with tank controls, but they also implemented new controls. I was a little bit hesitant to use the new controls, but I did pick them just to see the difference. And because tank controls are just such a hassle to get used to now because you're not used to to them anymore. So I picked the new controls, but I think they did a great job because they didn't make it super easy. Mm-hmm. The new controls are pretty annoying, and I think they did that on purpose. It's very easy to turn, of course, but she never stops at the right points. Like it almost seems there's no input lag, but it almost seems like there's a little input lag. Like you can't just jump to a wall. No, you have to stand exactly. It's pixel perfect, so you have to stand on the edge. And with the new controls, you basically cannot do that. Like if you move forward, she takes 2 steps, so it's 1 too far. So with the tank controls, you can meticulously turn her into the right position. But with the new controls, you basically got to play it a whole different way, which doesn't make the game easier. It just makes it a little bit different. So I think they did a great job. I don't know if it was intentional, but I presume it was. Because otherwise, I think you can complete... If this game would play like Uncharted, you could complete it in 2 hours, I think. But because it still has like bad controls, I should say, it still works and it's still hard. And that's the thing that really surprised me while playing it, is that it's so hard, but it also gives you such a sense of satisfaction. These days when you play video games, let's say Uncharted, because that came after Tomb Raider, right? Uncharted, great games. Oh, the trilogy, awesome. Number 4, amazing game. But those games are pretty easy, right? Like you get dopamine hits, of course, from killing enemies in those games and from the big set pieces, but you don't really get the dopamine hits from just jumping to a wall because Nathan basically does it, or Nate basically does it automatically, right? But here you get these constant little dopamine hits because the jumping is so hard. Like, am I going to make that ledge? Am I supposed to jump there? You don't really know. There's no yellow paint.
Right.
Like, where am I supposed to go? Like, if there's like this huge gap and she jumps over it, can I make it? And she extends her arms and you barely not make it and you die, but you think, if I just did this a little bit differently, maybe I can do it. And it takes a while to get back there. Like you can manually save and load, but you don't do that every other minute. So most of the time it takes you like a couple of minutes to get back to that point, and then you try again. And it's so addictive to just try and try again, which is something a lot of games lack these days, I feel like, at least to me. The combat is super simplistic. It's pretty stupid. You just got animals like baboons or
Yeah.
lions.
A lot of jumping during combat.
Yeah, they're just exactly. They're just running at you in a straight line. You can cheese it by moving around objects or moving around pits. It's pretty easy to combat. There are also a couple of human enemies in the game, which is really funny. I completely forgot about this. But during the level on the Colosseum, there's this human enemy who just disappears a couple of times. Like you shoot him, he's way stronger than you. So he shoots you and you lose a lot of health. But if you're smart, you get close to him and you can just keep shooting him and his health goes down. But then he moves around a pillar and he just disappears. He's just gone. Like the game takes him out of the game because he's supposed to come back later, of course, which was a really funny game design, I thought, that I never really noticed until now. So the shooting is pretty bad. But it's functional, it's funny, it works, it brings something else to the charm. Like you got shotguns, you got, of course, your double guns, your Uzis. It's simple, but great. It works. The story itself, again, super, super stupid and easy, but it works. Like Lara gets contacted to get this relic, and that's basically it. It's functional, but it's basically non-existent. I think when I played it the first time 30 years ago, the version I had was maybe a cracked version because I don't remember any of these cutscenes. There was a cutscene at the beginning of the game, of course, but also a cutscene after the second level, I want to say, and it featured this American redneck, and I never saw this guy before, so I think I played a cracked version back in the day. The audio design in this game is super fun. It's old, like it's crackling constantly. Like you basically can feel the game breaking while you play it, but that's part of the charm. Like the lions literally sound like somebody's scratching on a board, and the gun sounds like somebody is aping it. But it's all part of the charm. It really works well. When you do something you're not supposed to do, Lara just says no, and that's it.
No.
So yeah. It's all very polite, all very sweet, but it works. It's so much fun. Again, if you press start, you can switch back to the old version, which is really cool. I did that a bunch of times. They did a great job with this port. I basically wish every game in existence would do this. It's the perfect port, I think. Just have the old game run below it, press a button, and you can see what the old game looks like. But it just slap a new layer of paint on it, and that's enough. You don't have to change anything else. They did change the controls here, of course, which is a plus, but you don't have to completely redesign the game or whatever. Games still retain a lot of charm. Like I know that they're making or remaking The Witcher 1 right now, and I was replaying part of it a couple of weeks ago, and I thought like that would be a perfect example of this too. Like just slap a new layer of paint on it, and it's good. You also get these end screens after every level, which I also forgot about. And I figured the first time when I played through the first level, I figured, I saw everything. This is awesome. I got to the end screen, and it turns out I only found one of the 8 secrets or whatever. So it also incentivizes you to go back. So yeah, I'm having a fantastic time with this port. I can't wait to play 2 and 3 as well, because they're also included. It's like the collection of 1, 2, 3. I know 4, 5, and 6. 2 of them. No, I think all. What is Angel of Darkness? That's 4, right?
I don't know a lot about Tomb Raider.
Oh, well, I think one of them is really bad, but the other 2 might be good. And I hope I can get through the whole thing before the remake comes out. Like I definitely want to play through 1, 2, and 3. They're great games. You've never played them?
No, I've played like 1 and 2, but I think that's about it.
Oh, okay. Because if you're listening to this and you haven't played them, try them out. They're so much fun. There's so much history here too.
Yeah.
She gets stuck. She gets stuck like a bunch of times in the ceiling and stuff, and it's all quirky. But it's gaming history. I got the same feeling when I played Zelda last year for the first time. When I played Ocarina of Time, I had the same feeling. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. This is so good. Yeah. When I played Half-Life 2 or later last year, same thing here. Such a great game. Yeah. Fantastic. Beautiful.
Blee Flew Fly wrote in and said, hey there, chaps. Locke, I feel like no other game in history controls quite like the PS1 Tomb Raider games. Does its unique control scheme make the game timeless in its own quirky way? Could a younger gamer play this today and have fun? I'm raising the next generation of gamers, but I hesitate to show my 7-year-old son those gazongas. A fun thought provoker. What age do you each believe you will reach peak sexiness? Have you already reached your final form, or has the world still not witnessed your baddest self? 69 will be peak for everybody. There you go.
Oh, I think I'm long past that point. But
you look like Sam Lake, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you saw a picture of me when I was younger. Oh, Dustin, you have me on Facebook, so you also saw younger pictures of me, I guess. Yeah, I used to have long hair. I used to look like an actual person and not a goblin, so not an orc. So, so I'm sadly past that point. But you both look great. Yeah, you both look awesome. The controls do make this game special. I feel like I said before, the tank controls are part of the zeitgeist, of course, back then, right? Like like Resident Evil has also has tank controls, or used to have tank controls, right? So it's part of the charm. But what did the awesome job they did with the alternative controls here makes it so that it also works for a new generation. So yeah, definitely let your kid play it. I'm so curious to hear what a new generation thinks of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you ever played? You've played them, right, Dustin?
No, I've never played the original.
Oh.
And this is related to the writing, because when I was a kid playing PlayStation 1 games, it wasn't something... my parents probably didn't know anything about Tomb Raider other than, yeah, it seems like they're leaning into the sexiness. Probably not good for a kid in first grade. So I never played Tomb Raider. My only experience with Tomb Raider is the reboot.
So, okay.
I've never played these. I'm curious about the remake coming out this year. Of course, I'll definitely check that out. But yeah, I think I saw someone at a friend's house play Tomb Raider, and I remember there was it was in the mansion, in the is it the Croft mansion,
Croft
right?
Manor.
There's like an old guy walking around.
Butler,
It's
the butler.
too.
That's the only thing I remember about that.
Lock him in the freezer. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Absolutely classic. Yeah, that was so sick back in the day. Damn.
And I remember, I could be that I'm completely wrong. Or again, I think I played a cracked version back in the day. But I think the manor wasn't in Tomb Raider 1, or was it?
Because it is 2, I think.
Yeah.
Let me look this up.
It is in the remaster in 1 here, but I don't remember it being in the first one back in the day. But I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
Because it was funny, like capturing the butler in the freezer and then seeing him in like an ice cube. That's another thing. If you switch between the old version and the new version, there's like whole statues that look completely deformed in the old version. Like you can't see what they are, but if you press start, and they look like beautiful statues now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think it was from Tomb Raider 2 originally, Locke. It was like the training area. I'm sure it's in many games though past that.
Sure, yeah.
Because everyone
do you think you have any interest in playing 1 now, Dustin, or do you just think it doesn't?
I would maybe. I think I'm just gonna wait for that remake, and then everyone will say it's not as good as the original, and then maybe I'll check out the original.
Yeah, true.
Of course, yeah.
You're right. Dante B wrote and said, "Hey gents, as a huge fan of the original 5 Tomb Raider games on PS1, wait, there was 5 on PS1? Damn. I wanted to see what everyone's thoughts of the platforming. Widely criticized for being clunky, it's always been my favorite part of these games. To me, they're geometric grid-based math problems. Every jump can be perfectly mapped out, and once you learn how it all works, it's much more interesting and interactive than modern action game platforming, where it's basically impossible to fail. Just point and jump, but zero stakes. Sure, it looks cool, but the original Tomb Raider really gamified platforming in a way I really miss today. Happy New Year's, and here's to a great third year of shows. Cheers." It's kind of you're saying, Locke. Same exact thing.
Yeah, he put it beautifully. Wow, what did he say about mathematical?
Geometric grid-based math problems.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, I completely agree. Wow, what a beautiful sentence. Yeah,
savant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, the platforming is.
What do you call him a savant?
Yeah, it's taxing and challenging. The platform just lining up perfectly. Part of that is because of the controls, because it is not smooth, I should say, in a lot of ways, but it is
Yeah.
fun. It's really satisfying when you line up a jump perfectly. So there is a lot of satisfaction to that in these games. Yeah.
It not being smooth is also, I know it's not the intention, of course, but it becomes part of the game too, because you anticipate it, right?
Absolutely
Like
does.
you anticipate like, oh, I can't jump straight forward because the animation won't be long enough for her to stretch her arms out. So you gotta take all of that into account, which is really cool. I wish sometimes we could go back and we could watch or make a documentary about how these games were made. I would love to watch these guys making this game. That would be so cool. Because how on earth do you come up with all this stuff? Like because they were the first to do it in this way. Like how do you come up with all of that? It's insane.
Yeah. All right. Final game, boys, for the episode. Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Dustin.
Ooh.
This is all you.
Yeah, this was the first game that I played over break. And I decided to kind of just check it out on a whim because I was trying to decide what to play. And I had this here and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. I remember the demo being cool, so I'm just going to try it. And I fell in love with it. I have never played a Shinobi game. I think maybe I've played the arcade Shinobi at, I think there was one when we did our live show in Texas. There was one at that barcade that we went to. So I don't have any experience with Shinobi, but from the first trailer, I was intrigued by the art style of it. And this game, I was shocked how much I loved it. First of all, one of the really appealing things that I didn't realize until I started playing was the format of this game, because I didn't know if I was getting into a Metroidvania or if I was getting into just a straight 2D action platformer. And the answer is both, kind of. Because I get fatigued from Metroidvanias, and I find that I get burnt out on them as I'm playing them. I still like quite a few. Like, I mean, of course, last year I played Hollow Knight all the way through the first time. It was great, but I was done by the end, and I didn't even do I did like the minimal amount of content in that game. But for Shinobi, it is level based, but each level is designed like a mini Metroidvania game, which is really cool because it allows you that as you play through the stages, you unlock different movement tech. So maybe you get a double jump, or there's like a way that you can get almost like a parachute to glide. And so there will like be different wind things that will bring you up. And so you unlock all this different movement tech, and then you can go back to those levels and fully explore them deeper in order to get 100%. But the combat in this game is really, really satisfying. It has a hair of Sekiro, specifically in that as you wear down enemies, so they have like a normal health bar, but then they also have this yellow like stagger bar that builds up. And so once you build that up all the way, you can do this super cool takedown move. And so one of the goals you can do when you're playing the game is that you can kind of go and stagger multiple enemies and then do this ultimate finisher move, and it goes around and kills them all super quickly. So there's a lot of customization too in the combat, where there's different like power-up moves that you can unlock, whether it's like a burst of flame, or there's one where you like throw out a bomb, and the bomb is really good for enemies that have shields because it immediately takes out the shields. But the combat's great, but also the platforming. I didn't really expect there to be, based on the beginning, that the platforming, there would be that much of it. But some of the later stages actually get really complicated and hard in a good way. And I guess just from playing, I was like, okay, this is going to be a combat focused game. And then by the end, I was like, oh no, this is like a very competent, really good 2D platformer. And I think that the other thing too that really impressed me was when I started the game, I was like, this is easy. In fact, it might be too easy. But pretty quickly after playing it, it has like an absolutely perfect difficulty build up, where within just a few levels, I was like, oh, okay, like this game actually, now that it gave me time to figure out its base mechanics, and now they're really ramping it up. So yeah, I really like this game. I thought the art style was really good. The 2D, like drawn
Looks
style. It's got like nice particles and wind effects, and there's these cool like intermediate missions where you're they're not quite like auto scrollers, but the one you're on a wolf and you're like running through. You got to attack different enemies and survive. There's one where you're on like a powered surfboard thing. And yeah, this game absolutely rocked. And it was one of those situations where I played it. I was like, man, there's a world where I would have totally missed this game and just didn't play it at all. But I just decided on a whim to play it and really, really liked it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I played through about, I think, half of it. And it was cool. I just need to go back and finish it. But I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess I'll let you write in. I was going to bring up something about another game, but it's related.
Sorry, whoever wrote this in, your name got cut off as well. That's 2-in-1 episode, baby. Greetings, Mr. Mort, Ellis, and Furman. Question for Dustin. How do you think Shinobi stacks up against Ragebound? I played both this past year, and while I liked but not loved Ragebound, I found Shinobi to be much more engaging, challenging, and overall just more fun. I was never a Sega kid and didn't grow up playing the original Shinobi, so no nostalgia here, but damn, do I love Art of Vengeance. Loved it so much I got all the trophies except for 2, beating the game under 10 hours, and the notorious complete every mission with S rank. I'll definitely go back for them when I have time, but shout out to Shinobi. Out of the 43 games I completed this year, Shinobi is number 4 on my list behind Claire, Kazan, and Night Rain. Absolutely surprised banger of 2025.
Yeah. So I have not played Ragebound, so unfortunately I cannot answer this question at all. It was kind of between those two, which one I was going to play, but I already had Shinobi in my Steam library, so I decided to just play that instead. And but I do want to play that as well. I think one of the things that was so refreshing was the last 2D action platformer Metroidvania game I played was Hollow Knight. And while I think that game is really good, you have to be in the mindset that you're going to be frustrated.
Yeah.
You're going to be lost and you're going to be stuck at certain bosses and you're going to need to beat your head against the wall until you can get good and do it. And obviously, I love games like that. As a huge From Software fan, I totally understand being stuck. I find it less appealing in 2D, which is why I haven't played Silksong yet. I considered it being the game I was going to play over break, but then I thought it will be one of the only games I play over break.
Yeah, it's a
and
long game.
I don't think I'm in the mindset for it. And so with Shinobi, it was still plenty difficult, especially by the end. It was pretty difficult, but I never felt deeply frustrated with it. So it was the perfect game at the perfect time for me. Now, Brad, did you play?
I did play Ninja Gaiden. Yeah.
How do you feel like they
Ninja
compare?
Gaiden's much more like straightforward stage based kind of thing. Shinobi was like a lot of what I remember is like combos and stuff like that, and like building, like breaking the meters to do those crazy like finishers and your jutsus. Ninja Gaiden is much more like one hit kind of kill thing, where it's just all about accuracy and precision.
Right.
And I really like them both. I like Ninja Gaiden a little more just because I've always loved Ninja Gaiden the most. But Shinobi's great. It's really awesome for what I played. So they're pretty different from each other. So if you play them, you won't feel repetitive.
This was the team that did.
I think it's some people that did Streets of Rage 4. I don't know.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't know if it was the exact same team. I have no idea, but there is some sort of link there.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I would love to see them do another one at some point. Or just refresh another. Dude, I think that Sega going back and finding the right team to make this game. Again, I don't have any history with Shinobi, but I know COG was all about this game as well. So it's cool to see that the fans got a new game. I mean, both fans for Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden got 2D games from that IP this year, and they both were really good.
Yeah, both good. Did you do the DLCs in the Shinobi? There's like I think there's like boss fights that are Sega characters. I think like Dr. Robotnik's a boss in the game.
Yeah, so are those paid DLCs or are they
I think
free?
so. And if you get like the Dank edition, I think they come with it, but I think you have to pony up.
Edition. So no, I knew that. I think I saw the Yakuza character is available. I didn't do those. Which, full disclosure, the reason I had this game is because after Summer Game Fest, they sent it to my email.
Yeah.
And I didn't even request it.
There you go.
And I forgot about it. And then when I went back and looked, it was still available. And I was like, oh, like the code was still working. So I was like, okay, well. Yeah. And then I forgot about it for a few more weeks. And that's why I had it. So I don't think they sent me the Dank edition, as Brad calls it. But yeah, I'd be curious about. So let's just look real quick. So you said Robotnik.
I think so. Yeah. I think they added more, maybe.
Deluxe Digital Edition. This just has more outfits.
Let me look.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, Sega Villains downloadable content. Okay. Sega Villains DLC. I'm really curious about what they are.
I think there's someone from Golden Axe, I think.
Yeah, dude, I kind of want the Robotnik one, even not as a Sonic guy, but as a nostalgic from playing Sonic as a kid. That might be kind of cool.
Okay, so yeah, there's Death Adder, who I think's from Golden Axe, and there's Goro Majima from Yakuza. Okay. Interesting.
Also, shout out to Shinobi. The Shinobi's name is Joe Musashi.
Joe Musashi, yeah.
And I'm like, that's the kind of name that if you go to a hibachi place, that the guy on the grill, he's like, oh, my name's Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Musashi. You're like, your name's not Joe.
That's your Western name, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's end the show with some write-ins from the audience. Here we go. Let's hear. Oh, also, if you want to write into the show, I post the thread every Saturday on our Patreon. Calling for submissions, so keep an eye out over there. This is from Lee is Cool Jenkins. We're so back. Bradley, Locke, and Dusty. Hope you all had a well-deserved rest. My question is, what is your gaming New Year's resolution? A gaming habit you want to break in 2026? I want to stop buying games and sales I'll never play. Thanks, boys. Happy New Year. That's a really good one. That's good advice. Because I think all of us are guilty of that, for sure. Locke. Resolution for gaming, if you got one.
Yeah, of course. I want to continue the what I did last year, but I want to do it more this year, and that is play older games I never played before. Like last year, I played Ocarina of Time. This year, I want to play Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3. I never played those before, so I really want to play those. I want to play Majora's Mask, of course. And I promised someone at some point, I think, that I would play one Yakuza game or try one at least.
Oh, okay.
So I'll try that too. And then maybe if there are other, because this year there's not a whole lot for me, at least
not yet.
What we know of now. Like I'm very interested in Black Flag, Blood of the Dawnwalker, GTA 6, and Dragon Quest 7. But that's about it for me, I think, so far from the games that we know so far. So I presumably have a lot of time this year for older games. So I'm very, I'm very happy to go back to franchises I missed before.
Yeah. Okay. Dustin, what about you?
I think something that I would like to break in 2026 is efficiency gaming mindset, if that makes sense. That's how I went into break. On Sacred, I talked about a list of RPGs that I missed out that I wanted to play because I felt like I have to play these. I have to play Dragon Quest 3 2D HD. I gotta play the Suikoden remaster. I gotta do this. And then when break started, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like playing that. That would be the efficient thing to do. Or in my mind, it was like, the efficiency is to clear up those long games. But instead, over break, I just played what I felt like I wanted to play at the moment, which is why I played
Yeah.
Good.
Shinobi,
Oh, yeah.
Squirrel with a Gun, Skate Story, Kingdom Hearts. And I loved it. It felt great. It felt freeing to some degree. So obviously I want to keep up with the main releases that I'm the most interested in this year, but I just don't want to tie myself down. It's like, oh, well, you missed this. You got to go back to it. And it's like, but I don't feel like playing it right now. Well, then don't. It's supposed to be fun. And yes, gaming for us is part of our job.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will keep up with things, but it's like, it might be okay that I never play Dragon Quest 3 2D HD.
It's not okay.
It's not okay.
No,
okay.
it's okay. No, it's okay.
You know, I want to. I'm not feeling it
Play
right
7
now.
when it comes out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm locked
that's
in
gonna
for
be
7.
great.
Okay.
That's gonna
I'm
be
locked
awesome.
in for 7.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to steal Lee's Cool Jenkins one. It's just, I need to stop buying shit I'm not going to play. It's not necessary. You see something on sale and you're like, ooh, I better get this now. No. Just going to put that out there. Only going to get to something when I only want to buy something when I'm going to actually get to it. Need that. Also,
Can I give it?
oh,
sorry,
yes, go ahead.
I wanted to give a counter argument to that. 'Cause
Okay.
we're all very passionate about games. Like it's the number one hobby, right?
Yes.
So I think it's okay to buy something even though you're not going to play it. My Steam library is filled with games I still have to play, but I think that's cool because I bought them. They're in my library. That's like a collection. So I don't particularly see a whole lot of wrong with that. If it was like a sunken cost of like millions of bucks, sure. But
It's just, it annoys me, Locke, when I see something in my library that I know I bought like a year and a half ago or 2 years and I haven't even played it and won't get to it for who knows how long.
sure.
So to me, it's just like more of a, I will buy this when the time is right, that I'm actually going to play it. Instead
Sure.
of just seeing it mock me every time I open my library. Also, need to get a PSP. That's what I want to get. A PSP as well.
Oh.
Never had one. I've played them, but never owned one. So I'll get a PSP, I guess the best model's 3000. I think that's the best one. So someday
that's
along,
amazing.
and I'm always looking at DSs. I'm always asking Dustin about shit. So I'm always on the hunt for those as well. I don't know. I just like collecting handhelds right now for some reason.
That's cool.
All right. Sauce Boss Run said, hi, Brad, Dustin, and Lockmore. I listened to your 9-hour, 40-minute Game of the Year episode, recorded all of your top 10 entries, came up with a simple scoring system, and crafted an LSM top 10 2025 games of the year list. How it works. The games are scored from 10 points to 1 point. Number 1 game being worth 10 points, number 2 game being worth 9 points, down to the number 10 game worth 1 point. All the points were added up from the 12 lists to create these top 10 games. All right, so this is from all of us. I'll start at the bottom. Number 10 is Elden Ring Night Reign, 16 points. On 2 lists, had a higher ranking over Chronos The New Dawn. Number 9, The Outer Worlds 2, 20 points on 3 lists. Number 8 is Battlefield 6 with 20 points on 4 lists. Number 7 is Silent Hill F, 21 points. Number 6 is Ghost of Yotei with 25 points. Number 5 is Donkey Kong Bonanza with 32 points. Number 4 is Arc Raiders with 43 points. Number 3 is Death Stranding 2 on the Beach with 49 points. Number 2 is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 56 points. And number 1 is Claire Obscure Expedition 33 with 70 points. Tiebreakers are settled by first, the game that appeared on the more lists, then the game that achieved the higher placement in the list. Sorry, not sorry for the long ride-in. Well, there you go.
Cool.
If you want to be very mathematical about it, score point wise, yeah, that would be the list. So there you go.
I think James Solar or somebody made in Excel made like a nice little schedule visualization too.
I saw Meatball
really
made
cool.
nice visuals for everybody. We got a lot of people
Yes.
in our group who are like super into all that, the numbers and all that shit.
Yeah.
Good, because I don't want to do it.
Claire Obscure, number 1.
Yeah.
No surprise. I am surprised that, and I don't mean this as a negative to you, Locke, about Kingdom Come, but the fact that it's 70 points, like it's a pretty wide difference between 70 points and 56 points. But Kingdom Come 2, I would have never expected that to be number 2. So the people that played it clearly revered it very highly.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything surprising on this list, though? I mean,
Night Rain to me.
Hey,
yeah, Night Rain. I didn't even put that on my top 10.
that game is sick.
Oh yeah, I don't mean. Sorry, I don't mean that it's bad.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right,
I know.
That's okay.
I know what you meant.
Let's wrap it up. It's good.
No Avowed here, Locke.
I checked the Excel thing and I saw that Cog had it on his list. So sorry, Cog. But, yeah.
Ouch.
Opinions differ. That's fine.
All right. This is from the Uncharted Wolf. What up, summoning crew? What do you guys think what do you guys think is the era when you enjoyed playing games the most? Not necessarily when the best games came out, but more when you had the most level of fun playing games every day. I always think back to my days playing Overwatch in high school with my friends every day, and it's probably the reason multiplayer games don't hook me the same way nowadays. Most fun era for us to play games. That's tough, dude, because I've had different fun types of fun, I think, in like most eras. So there's things I like about each of them, like the N64 and like PS1 era. Obviously, a lot of great RPGs, but N64 was like multiplayer heaven with me and my friends. So much good shit playing on there. GoldenEye, Mario Kart, Smash, top tier. Then I think back to World of Warcraft coming out. That was an incredible time when that first came out. All my friends were playing. It was so fun. I used to go on that game to see what my friends were doing in real life because that's just where everyone was hanging out. But yeah, I don't know. What about you, Dustin?
I don't really think this way, I guess. There are things that I can think about that aren't the same anymore. In replaying Kingdom Hearts, I was thinking about games in that era before the internet, where there's a lot more mystery behind games. And that was always really cool. And it feels like games are so much less mysterious now. You can look up any aspect of a game. You can look up how it exactly works, how to min-max certain things with it. So I miss that sometimes. I guess I don't think of any of the times in the past as the best time, just because I think about, like right now, or the past few months, we were playing Arc Raiders. And I think 10 years from now, we'll think like, man, remember when Arc Raiders came out and how special of a time that was with that game and how we were all learning about it and how crazy people were with it. Or thinking back to Helldivers, how crazy it was for the first few months that game came out. Or when Overwatch first came out and how that took over everything. Or Halo 3, and now we're actually getting into old stuff now. It's like all those games, I think back about how special and cool it was. And I guess I'm just not, I'm pessimistic, but I'm not pessimistic enough to think that those special times don't happen anymore. We just aren't far enough away from them to see how special they are.
Yeah. Lockmort.
For me right now, I think I've gotten to an age now where I can look back on games and respect them for what they're doing. I can appreciate their history more. Like when I was a kid sitting in the cold, icy room playing Tomb Raider, I don't know what the hell I was doing. But now I can look back on that and think like, wow, you were playing a seminal game back then. Or last year when I played Ocarina of Time, I have the realization like, oh, this is why people put this on their top 10 list of all time. Like I think, but I don't think that's because we're in 2026 now. I think it's just because I'm over 40 now that I can look back and respect things in a better way. So yeah, I think right now and hopefully the next, how long I'm gonna live, I don't know, but the next 2 years or whatever. So I think, yeah, but I thought your answers were awesome too.
All right. Last write in here from Raul Hernandez. Hey guys, hope you had a great break. It is 2026. What are the gaming trends you see coming and what do you want to see? Last year, I bought the Kim Kardashian skin and won some games in Fortnite. Cool, I know, but I also put my hours on Final Fantasy Tactics, MLB The Show, and Gran Turismo 7. All right, gaming trends we see coming. I'm just going to say probably more AI in general. You'll be seeing more and more of it in some weird way.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that a trend that we've already seen over the last year or two, but is now hit full mainstream is, I don't even know what to coin it or what to call it, but I guess like more deep social interactions in games.
You mean like
specifically
like
arc
proximity chat
raiders
stuff?
Yes. And we've seen this come and go in different various formats. Like I remember Halo 2 having proximity voice chat. And while it wasn't integrated into the gameplay necessarily, it was a huge part of the fun of that game. But kicking off the friend slop category with Lethal Company showed us how integral the voice chat experience can be to the gameplay. And now we have a huge wave of those types of games. And then, of course, last year with Arc Raiders, where I think Arc Raiders would still be a pretty fun game if you turn off all voice communications. I think you still get a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the people that are having the most fun are the people that are on mic, interacting, whether you're really nice and collaborating with people or you're being completely evil and telling someone to go fuck their mom like I do sometimes. It is really fun. And I think that is a huge part of that game's success. Think of all the clips where like a guy is just like, I'm a DJ and I'm DJing through the mic in Arc Raider, stuff like that. And I think developers are looking at that as a gameplay element, being like, okay, that's clearly been a big plus for this game. How can we evolve it? How can we put it in our game? And I think that's really cool. Don't get me wrong. I love being sequestered into my own Discord call with my friends playing a game. But Arc Raiders has really shown me it's exciting to bring back public voice chat in a way that actually serves the gameplay.
Yeah. Lockmore, any trends you see coming?
I think the most obvious one are extraction shooters. That's going to be the new battle royale for the next decade, I think, sadly. So we'll probably see dozens and dozens of them, and none of them will do as well as Arc Raiders. So it'll be fun to select a few that hopefully will put a dent in something. But to Dustin's point, I think that's true. But I also think that's already been like pretty prevalent over the last 2 decades, but mostly on PC. Like we've had DayZ, Rust. Those would be nothing without VoIP.
Right. Voice chat.
But I think it is new in like something as like Arc Raiders or something. It is. I can't imagine playing that game without it. Like it that really makes the game for me. Like I think if Arc Raiders didn't have VoIP, I probably would have.
I think that's a huge part of the game.
Hours.
Part of its appeal. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think extraction shooters. It's funny because you can tell that developers have been looking so much or for so long for like the next big thing after Battle Royale, and now they finally found it. So I think we're gonna see a lot of bullshit in that regard. Like I wonder, maybe Arc Raiders is the Fortnite of Battle Royale or of extraction shooters. But I wonder if we'll see a Fortnite extraction shooter at some point. Something that'll be accessible, aimed towards kids.
I'm sure there's because they have like that Fortnite crate thing. I'm sure people have made stuff in it, like Roblox, but
I don't mean from Epic. I don't mean Fortnite itself, but like a company like Epic making an extraction shooter that suddenly propels them into being billionaires for inventing this thing, like a cartoon version of Arc Raiders that suddenly explodes and everybody in school plays it and it's on phones and it's everywhere constantly. I wonder if we'll see something like that at some point. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. Okay, boys, that's it. We're done with this episode. Good shit. Lovely to see you guys. Before we go, though, any final words you want to say or shout outs, anything like that? Or should we just get out of here?
No, it's good to be here. Good to talk to you boys. Good to see you, Locke, as always. Love recording with you. You're a fan favorite now, Locke.
Yeah.
Well, that's for you know how that goes. Like for now, people are okay with it, but one day it'll be the opposite. Like it always happens. Like so tomorrow, maybe when this goes up, they'll all hate me, and I'm out of here. So we'll see. But I appreciate all the kind word. People are so nice. This community is so awesome. Like you see it every day. Also during the holidays, they're so kind. They're so awesome. Even in the Discord too, there are just so many good people in this community. And you don't see that very often. Like Dustin or you too, Brad. You've seen it with your old company probably, and Dustin, we've seen it with other no-name companies, but before too. Like this community is really special. Like it's really filled with like cool people and like very kind and nice and warm-hearted people, which is very unique. So I'm very appreciative. For that.
Yeah. Okay. We're out of here, everybody. Thanks for watching, listening. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care and goodbye. Summon Sign is a product of Last Stand Media and Collins Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Brad Ellis. The show is produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Summon Sign, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we are grateful for your kind contribution and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.